Welcome to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. This is the world of Atlaran. Beyond the Forgotten Realms and perhaps not far from Exandria, Atlaran and her two-moon sky have seen leviathans, dissolutions, divine gates, and calamities. And that's only the last 5,000 years. Perhaps most distinct for her scars, Atlaran is host to a number of sacred or cursed sites, depending on whether you ask Bahamut or Asmodeus. Or perhaps you'll ask the old Balin gods, whom the world herself and her moons and star are named after. These places, like Mount Gear, the Monomarig Meteor, Drozdana, the Dawn Deep Trench, the Shattered Continent, the Greenhall Sea, the entirety of Garrett Eldathos, they all play parts in the world's fate. But it's the people that truly shape it. And every so often, little windows of time, short glimpses into exceptional people's lives, are plucked from the midst of the chaotic centuries, and we call them stories. They're not always epics of heroism and bravery. Quite the contrary. Every hero was once a bumbling fool, or a selfish mercenary looking to make a platinum. Or, in most cases, both. And that brings us to our particular window in time, following in the footsteps of a scorned bard and her unlikely lone wolf companion. Or perhaps lone coyote is more apt.
Sylfie Phelan, a half-elven bard, unexpectedly turned knight of a fickle sea titan. Once a street urchin, Sylfie knows the meaning of hunger and struggle. With that, she also knows the meaning of flirtation and deceit. After all, pickpocketing is so much easier when they're distracted by a pretty face. Sylfie was born in Morsres Harris, the chosen den of the pirates, assassins, slavers, and traffickers known as the Arbiters. Adopted in later childhood by Wedna and Alistair Altera, Sylfie and her older sister Marin thought that life would be better with parents. But instead, they and their adopted brothers were taken into the family business of shady contracts and heists. And one day, rebellion from Marin left her dead, and Sylfie all alone. She fled the island and evaded notice from her family for a decade, but now she's on their trail for revenge. She's already struck her brothers Redner and Flynn off the list. And now with the might of the primordial sea goddess Taldunos at her back, her sights have turned to the rest.
Kit, just Kit, a shifter or elusier of the coyote totem and mildly devout cleric of Savros, the Balin god of mischief and wanderers. Originally hailing from Amnoblin as part of a group of natives called the Manamar and Dalmaric, Kit's people have always been harassed by the Skull, or outsiders who seek to take their ancestral lands and waters. Kit's particular tribe was attacked when he was young, rendering himself and his brother Ren orphans, and forcing their tribe to flee their home continent altogether. They found refuge in Iroquel, but struggled to adjust to the change from subarctic to equatorial desert. Trusting in the sacred Mount Gear, heart of the world, to watch over them, Kit's people settled in the northern savannas. But Kit never settled, aimlessly causing trouble to Skull and taking mercenary contracts to send money home since he was 15. Kit has become a person of interest to the Guild of Wardens, enforcers who help keep the common laws. Thanks to Dana Fioris, a former troublemaking comrade who eventually went straight and became a warden herself, Kit has quite the dossier with the Wardens, and rarely struggles to find work at their guild. And now, alongside Sylfie, Kit has his own scores to settle with the Arbiters, though breaking apart an organization of kidnappers and slavers would be reason enough to destroy them.
Anyway, welcome, everybody, to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. I'm your Dungeon Master, Taiylor Wallace, and joining me I have Alicia Kelley.
It me.
And I have our brave stream master, Blake R. Wolfe. I meant that as a genuine compliment.
No, this is my manic face, just like...
Well, last week it was me.
Yeah.
Because I was just sitting here like, I'm going to kill my internet provider. But they gave me a new modem.
I really wanted to get a snack before the stream, and now I can't.
If you need to get a snack while I recap, you can.
But I want to hear the recap because I don't remember anything.
Okay. Well, how about this? I'll recap and then I'll jump into something with Sylfie and you can go get a snack.
Yeah, I would say Sylfie at some point is just gonna blabber on forever, so I'll just
Wow.
I walk away
we're
occasionally
doing
while
this
you guys
today?
are blabbering.
Okay.
Just keep your
Cool.
headphones on so you can hear what happens. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to game number 25, episode 9, because we've been playing for a while. Last time, in the episode entitled Connections, you guys, let's see, started out at the temple at Ambro on Greensmarch Island. You made a connection with a strange glassblower shopkeeper named... What was her name?
Shoot. I just listened to it the other day,
Her name is Essie.
Essie, yeah.
Yes.
She's not the Loch Ness Monster.
And she's probably not going to poison that entire town.
Probably not.
Probably.
But yes, you spoke to a halfling with a little bit of Triton named Essie. I have her written down as the wrong
I'm
name.
sorry, she's a Triton.
She has a little... Everybody here is just a little bit
Her
Triton.
name should have been Nessie. That would have been perfect.
That was specifically why I didn't do that.
Well, that's her name now.
Okay.
It's Nessie.
But she made a deal with you guys for some glass jugs and vials in exchange for 5 gallons of poison out of your endless bucket.
Yes.
That will not come back to haunt us at any point.
It was a
I'm sure.
very
It's already
lucrative
coming back to haunt me.
business.
With the Elder Druid Annika's help, you were transported via trees to Enoch Island in the Western Forest, and you spent a good day and a half traveling southward toward the coast so you could get your bearings. Then you spent the next 3.5 days walking, messaging, and divining. Literally, that whole episode was just you guys... Yeah. The reason I named it
Messaging
Connections
people.
is because it was all you connecting to people. You touched on a couple subjects. Kit wanted to know where the Gaithahide staff is, and you have reason to believe that it is in the ruins of Greenhall, under the ocean.
Under the sea.
Under the
I have a note in here from us being stupid. Nika Mingeg.
Yeah.
Mingeg.
Nicki Minaj, I'm so sorry.
She's not watching this.
You messaged back and forth. Yeah, but her lawyer might check it out.
Yeah.
You messaged back and forth with Marin for the first time, and convinced her to actually come to meet you in Wick upon Pine. Used a little bit of divination to try to ask Kenna what she was going to do about the Heidel and Colton Harris, and she told you, "This is weird, stop talking to me, let the professionals handle it."
Dislike.
Yeah, she was not happy with that. Sent a little bit more with Marin.
I'm gonna put her on Yelp.
And you began messing around with Silas Moore as well. You tried to trick him a couple times, but clearly that did not work.
It's me,
You
Brad.
gathered...
Or it's me, Anastasia.
You gathered...
Silas, darling.
Grandmother, it's me.
I forgot that character.
I love that in that movie. That's my favorite little piece.
I haven't seen Anastasia in a very long
Oh my god, it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like a guy in drag trying
is.
to do
probably,
it. It's so funny.
yeah.
So funny.
Anyway, basically Silas told you to back off, that he didn't want to fight about this, but he would if he had to.
I'm gonna fight him.
You also contacted Alistair to ask him what Silas's interest in Marin was and who brought her back, and he said he didn't know. He thinks Wedna did it, but he doesn't know why. Sent again to Silas. He basically said, fuck off, Marin is doing quite fine. Leave us alone. But being that Marin is coming to meet you, due to another divination, you know that Silas is coming with her.
Ha.
But also...
And then
Cindy.
And then Cynthia Moore, who you did not contact, shouldn't have known that you were contacting anyone, contacted you out of the blue and said she might have a job for you should you ever meet. And being that she is following Silas and Marin, you will probably meet.
It is weird. I don't know how she knows who you are.
She also mentioned bringing the fox.
She scried the fox and she saw us, I'm pretty sure.
Probably, but why does she care about...
Also, I have a couple moments in my notes where I've mentioned specifically that Bull is very worried about Sylfie.
Oh, yeah.
He's catching the feels.
Wait, those kind of feels?
Did you not see the note?
No. Do you think I read the recaps?
Catching feels. Why don't you read the recaps? I make them for you guys.
Oh, we're supposed to read them?
Yes.
I haven't read a single one yet.
Why do you think I fucking post them to you?
I thought you were just being nice. Thought you were just look what I did.
It's because I know you guys don't rewatch the episodes.
No, I rewatched the episode.
I don't.
I at least rewatched the episode. Like, don't talk to
I take notes.
I
don't take a lot of notes.
I'm so angry because I rewatched the episodes twice.
I do.
One to edit and one to recap.
I appreciate your candor and your work ethic.
And also, this recap is not necessarily for you; it's for the people watching.
See that? I thought you were just like, "Hey, I did it here." Huh?
No, it's specifically so you know what the fuck is happening.
Anyway, the point is, I was not reading those like romantic signals.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Full.
there's shit through here. There's like little doodles and stuff that like I made shit just for you guys.
I will read them
Did
from
you
now on.
Did you even notice my little doodles of like the statue at the dude's house?
Oh, that's cute.
Or the fucking Heidelin symbol? Or
Well,
I mean,
knew
we've seen
that.
the Heidelin symbol.
Yeah. Wow, we're bad players.
You're bad friends.
Okay, well, hold on. I rewatch it.
And like
I do stuff. I feel bad.
Those are
should.
cute.
I even make little notes in here of stupid shit you guys say, like Chimkin.
I'm gonna have to actually maybe read those. I will check the chat backlog and look at those.
Welcome to the episode that's going to be entitled "The Underappreciated Lore Master." I even have it in a special journal.
We should be like Critical
Cobalt
Role and
Soul.
hire a totally different like lore master, so then you don't have to worry about.
If
doing
I
the
could
recap.
get Danny Carr to create a 2-minute
Yeah.
recap every week, holy
Right.
fuck.
Yeah. Hey,
Because then we'd have our own built-in fangirl, too.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That I was laughing
Jamie
so
could
much
do
at
that.
that. I was laughing so much at that when they were like,
I would pay
"How
her.
many vials of alchemist fire do we have?" They're like, "Oh, I don't know. Somebody text Danny. Danny knows."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, and anytime they're in like Talks Machina, they're just like, what was that dude's name?
James like that guy. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, how do you?
And she,
I know it's
like-
like your job, but
No,
like,
she's just like
Jesus.
Topher Bratoris, and it's like, how do you remember that name? How do I remember that
Matt
name?
didn't even say his last name, and she knows it. She's just like, yeah, I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Just mental.
Anything Matt doesn't remember, Danny does.
Mm-hmm.
Or vice versa. Anyway. On with
But yeah,
my
was not
underappreciated
picking
lore.
that up on Bull. I don't know if that's just me being bad at
To be
Well,
fair, I wasn't
maybe-
picking it up
or-
either.
It may be partially that I'm bad at flirting as someone else especially. But also Bull's brand of flirting is there anything I can do to help you?
Yeah.
Aw.
I don't know. I thought he was just being helpful.
He's sweet boy.
I thought he
I
was
haven't
being
dated
nice.
a lot of people, so I don't know.
Technically, he has the same brand of flirting that I do, which is just make me useful. I'll do anything.
Oh.
Anyway. Whatever.
No!
So, that aside, these recaps always take way too long. Today, I have to correct the date that I gave you last time, Ben. It is the 20th of Kurvagar. So we're 5 days away.
Oh, 5 days! That means it's past half moon.
Yes.
Yeah, it's creeping ever closer. You could have... Did you mention this last episode? I can't remember. Like, you could have divinated to see if...
Divine.
Oh, I could have divinigated to see if I
to see if you were gonna turn into a wereboy.
Yeah, into a super were dog.
Yeah.
But Sylfie doesn't know yet,
what was
so we'll
it?
see.
Instead of the oh, we're like I.
Yeah.
Alright, this is gonna be a good day. That's what coyotes.
Yeah, I know. That's my howl.
Like they're dying.
Alright.
Because I can't yodel, but I can crack my voice like it's nobody's business. So
I can't yodel quietly.
Oh.
But I can do it.
Oh,
I have to
jealous.
screech to get it to work, though. Like avalanche causing screeches. Anyway, you guys are arriving
a yodeling
outside.
Bat.
You guys are arriving outside the southeast point of Enoch, where you've been headed to find the shrine. As of this, it should be about noon. You guys come over a nearby ridge, and in the distance, you can see. You've been following the coast this whole way. In the distance, you can see, set out on sort of a rocky point extending into the ocean, there is a monolithic statue of a apparently female figure facing outward with her hands sort of outstretched, with her upper arms relaxed but her forearms extended.
Oh, okay.
So I can't
Palms
really...
up. Palms up.
Yes.
Okay.
Which Sylfie, you will immediately recognize it is Taiylor.
It's Celine Dion.
Mom. Hey, Mom.
But this statue is probably about 100 feet tall.
Sorry, I just got...
She's out over the ocean. She's like, every night in my dreams.
She's not Cher.
Well, she is now.
You believe it, Mom. This episode is called Alicia and Ben Are Really Bad Friends and Players.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Bad playership.
Yep.
Anyway. But yes, so this will actually be the first time Kit really sees a lifelike version of her. You've seen, like, artistic...
Interpretations
of what she looks like. That's my grasping for help.
Oh, I thought that was an artistic interpretation.
Sure. You see, it's a little bit different, Sylfie. It's like a different, almost like younger version than what you saw previously. You could probably place her in like her 30s. This statue, even though it's a solid like white stone structure, there's obviously no color to it, but you do see the long skirt made of nets and like canvas wrap and sails. There are lines of hooks and nets hanging off her waist, off a belt, along with different fishing implements. Her upper body is just like a bodice with like straps going over the shoulders, but her arms are left pretty free. Very carefully detailed into the arms are just waves upon waves of tattoos that show, along with the sort of water imagery, also sea creatures inked into the skin. And then her actual visage is this stern, not uncaring, but definitely like eminent, sort of like chin slightly raised, looking out over the ocean, stern sort of gaze, with long hair that has sort of entangled with seaweed. In her right outstretched palm, there is an actual like beacon, like
A new hand touches the beacon. Sorry.
No, not that one.
Not that beacon.
There's an actual like pyre built on her hand,
like an actual beacon.
like a Gondorian beacon.
Gotcha.
A signal fire, if you will. But it's been built, but it hasn't been lit because it's still midday. In the other palm, there is you can only just see the top of it, but there seems to be some kind of sphere, like glass sphere in her palm. But with the angle, you can't really see exactly what it is.
Okay.
As you get closer.
I turn to Kit. I'm like, all right. Bucket?
Bucket.
Turn to Kit. Bucket. You got it.
I'd have, indeed.
Cool. Is there anything you would like to pour out of it before we let it go for however long?
I already filled up all the jugs with acid, so
okay.
I don't know how many vials we can get out of one jug, but they are all full.
I'm sure that'll last us a while.
Yeah.
So here's what I think. I think we could prop it up, let it go. We go do our thing around Wickpon Pine and Moore's Rest and all that fun stuff. Maybe if we're going to Green Hall, sure. Then come back to Enoch, get the bucket, and then Splitsville.
Can I take a look and see out in the distance if I can see any people, villages?
Yes, that was the second part of my description that I didn't get to.
Oh.
It's totally fine. You guys are walking toward it. The actual statue at her feet, there are a number of like stone altars set up, just encircling her. Whereas it sort of creates this rough ring, and then within the ring, you see pretty much plants allowed to grow wild, and you see ivy like climbing up her ankles. Sitting on these altars are all kinds of different objects, anything from like hand-carved like bone fish hooks to expensive shit like gold and like platinum jewelry. Pretty much anything associated with trade or with sailing, you can find some kind of offering here. There's nobody currently near the statue that you can see, as it is like just after noon. People are probably, having lunch. But in the distance, a little ways north of the statue, over another rise, you can see the tops of buildings, like thatch roof buildings. There's a small dirt road going in between the town and the shrine. And the road, when it gets close to the statue, becomes cobbled, and it fully encircles the statue and leads down to the beach to where it actually goes underwater.
Okay.
But you don't see any people around at the moment.
Okay.
Well, that'll make things easier, I guess.
Maybe.
All right. Well, now do we see this like point that we have to bring the bucket to?
The statue is on the point.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
How far until we get there?
Yeah.
You're probably a good 300 feet off.
Oh, so we're pretty close.
You're just going down a hill.
Oh, gotcha. Well,
Cool.
I've
Let's
already
go.
got everything I need, so let's
Yeah.
go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Yeah. So through this area, it's like stone beaches. And then the statue stands on a like craggy, almost like black rocks outcropping. Nobody else knows what I'm talking about, but whatever. Rocky outcropping with stone beaches that are down at its foot, but it'd be difficult to climb up from the stone beaches. Approaching from the land side, there's just a path leading right up to it. And you do start to see, as you hit the area of the road, this encircling cobbled, almost like street that goes around with lantern posts all around the outside of it. The cobblestones here are intermixed with shards of colored glass and pottery that have been like worn smooth.
That's cool.
The cobblestones themselves look like they may not be from the seashore. They look more like river stones to you. But whatever it all is, it was very carefully made and placed here. And it absolutely glitters like rainbows in the sun.
Can I do like a perception or an investigation check to see if there's any like loose pieces of that I can like grab as like a little souvenir?
A little pilgrimage souvenir.
Yeah.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Investigation check.
Investigation.
Oh.
See what you can see, Sylfie.
It's not a lot. It's 8.
For our
You don't
Halloween
need a lot.
episode, you have to do that voice the entire time.
Me?
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll
you're
come
the
as
one
Sid.
That's your Halloween costume.
Roll initiative for the approaching cultist.
Cultish.
You're gonna need like a sponge to like mop up all the saliva once you're
That's what
done.
this is
God.
for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
It
Yeah,
was an
correct.
8.
Okay. It's the ground. You didn't need that much. I set it at a 5.
Oh, cool. Yay.
But as you're walking along, the cobble is pretty like well packed down, but you do see in a couple places there are larger pieces of glass and pottery that are still like along the edges that haven't been like completely shattered. Are you interested in like a stone, pottery, or glass?
Which one's prettier?
Well, the pieces of broken glass are the larger pieces are still sharp, but they tend to be a wide range of colors, and some of them have like multiple colors through them. The pottery has like glazing on it that you actually see on some of them little images of like ocean iconography. And then you do notice that some of the larger, like palm-sized stones lining the road look like they've been placed there on purpose. And each one that sort of lines the edge has something carved into it, be it initials, be it a date, be it an image. It looks very much there on purpose.
Yeah, I don't want to
Graffiti.
take one of those. I don't want to like if someone's got their like make out initials there or something like that, then
It's like the wishes at the bottom of the Goonies well.
sure. I've never seen Goonies, so I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I've never watched it, though I've been present when it played.
We just lost so many followers.
Oh god.
We have
all
two.
the 5
I know.
followers that we have.
True.
We have Jamie and Matt Glarum.
Technically, we actually have like 9 followers.
9.
We have 10 followers on YouTube.
Sweet. We're so popular.
And
We're so
at
famous.
least a quarter of them actually watch what we make.
Hey. Follow our channel. Smash that like button. Okay.
Ring that bell.
Ding that bell.
Ring that bell. Ring my bell.
Bell, you can ring my bell. ding, ding.
I hate
Anyway,
that
yes.
song so much.
So
Okay.
among all the shattered pieces, you do come across a fairly flat piece of pottery that's kind of worn at the edges. That has on its surface, it's broken off like a piece of like the silhouette of a shark on it. That's one that's very clear that you see. The actual pottery itself is like white clay, glazed blue with the black silhouette.
I'm gonna take that one.
Okay, you pick up the piece.
I have a
It's
piece.
it's about that big.
I have a piece. Cool.
They
I'll
didn't
just
have
put
any
it in my
like
pocket.
they didn't have any Taldanos like shot glasses. Like I went to the lighthouse and all I got was this fucking shot glass.
Yeah.
This goddamn keychain.
That seems like a lot to put on a shot glass, but
True.
Just wrap it around.
Yeah.
that's true. Well, when you're drunk, you're not gonna be like, oh, like twisting your shot glass around.
That's funny.
Oh my god. Yeah, so where are we putting the bucket? Are we gonna like
Well, we gotta put it on the
stick it
point,
to her
right?
or we could hang it off one of her fingers if we could get up there.
We could.
How tall is the statue?
100 feet.
Oh.
How far up are her hands?
Probably
Like 60?
almost halfway.
Okay.
Yeah,
60
60 feet.
What if we do it off of like one of her skirts or something? Because she's got like a bunch of weird skirts with like a bunch of fishnets and weird stuff.
Well, we don't want people to like steal it though. What if somebody takes the bucket?
Well,
This is
don't
our
they
future.
don't they like that? Like, they're getting fresh water and shit.
You never know. You never know with these people. We don't know who
We
lives
don't
here.
even see any people.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
There could be ghosts here. They could steal our bucket.
What
Yeah,
would
the
ghost want?
only people are
bucket?
the 5 of you.
Okay. I'm going to try to climb the statue.
Make an
Go
athletics
nuts.
check.
This is probably not going to be great. Not going to lie.
It never is.
You're not really athletics heavy.
6.
Much like a small child with no upper body strength going to a rock wall for the first time,
Ah!
Kit walks up and thinking he can climb one of the nets trailing down her side, the carved into the stone. You take hold of one that's like just above your head, and you go, and you get up on your tiptoes, and nothing happens.
Somebody else want to climb it? Bull, do you want to climb it? Bull?
I'll do it. It's fine.
Isn't
I have
that kind of disrespectful?
No, we're leaving like the offering of the century.
I'll do it. I'm the Taldanos paladin here, so like I'll take the brunt of the punishment if there's some sort of repercussion or something like that. So I'll do it.
Okay.
I go to climb it up. Climb
Roll
up
it.
it.
I go to climb it up.
I go to climb.
I go it to climb up.
12.
Is not very good climb.
It's not.
You make your way up, and you very slowly start to climb over the sort of squared sections of net. And as you're doing it, you're like, yes, better than Kit. And you're like climbing for a while, and then you look down and you're like 10 feet off the ground. And you're just like, try to pull yourself up. But you're doing it just very slowly.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Do you have the bucket?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't. Throw it to me. Throw it to me.
I'll throw you the bucket.
I catch it.
Oh, I didn't have to roll for it. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, do I
She's
have to roll
10
to
feet
catch
off
it?
the ground.
Oh, I could just hand it to her. Like,
you can
here.
hold it up and she can lean down. Yeah. What's with all the noises? It's me doing them mostly, but you know. Yeah,
I'll keep going as slow as I am.
You grab the handle of the bucket, you attach it to your belt, and you keep on going. It takes a good 20 minutes as you're, like, very slow and weak, and by the time you're at the top, you're fucking exhausted.
Just panting.
Alright, I'm just gonna hook it on one of her fingers.
So yeah, you managed to get up to... assuming you guys approached from the right, you managed to get up to her right arm where the beacon is. You see stacked very specifically in like rotating squares, one on top of the other, almost like Lincoln logs kind of style. This stack of logs with green branches shoved into the middle. This is probably what they use as a signal at night, but it has the green branches, so it can also be used during the day as a smoke signal. But you do see, as you get up there, there's somebody up there. Sitting with their back against the beacon, looking out toward the sea originally, but now like leaned around the side staring at you, is a little black fox.
Oh my god, there's so many feeks around here. It's killing
This is
me.
like the fourth one you've met.
There are feeks everywhere.
Why do you call them feeks?
Because if fox, feeks, goose, geese, moose,
Foot
geese.
feet, sure.
Yeah, foot, feet. See, it makes perfect sense. All the feekses.
Jesus.
I guess I'm just going to like... So he's looking at me?
Yeah. You see a tiny black fox man staring at you with these big golden eyes.
Oh no.
He doesn't have the huge ears like Mia does. He has smaller, normal proportioned ears.
He doesn't look like Tomo, does he?
He would look like Dana, actually.
No, Tomo
Okay.
was almost white. Dana was solid black.
Okay.
You would recognize that he is of the same type of Vixu. He's what's called a Zerda. They are sort of medium-sized for Vixu, so he's quite a bit bigger than Mia. They tend to have a reputation of being sneaks, but also they take their work seriously. If you were to go for like a general, like this is what everybody thinks of the Zerda Vixu. But yeah, he's just staring at you, and you see he has no shirt, just a vest and sort of almost like harem pant style trousers.
Oh, he's Aladdin. Okay.
No,
It's Fox
No.
Aladdin.
That's what Aladdin is
Oh my
dressed
god, we
in.
just stepped
I'm-
into the furry version of
just,
Aladdin.
Just a vest and,
I'm
and-
aware that that's what
hair
Aladdin
pants.
wears, but this is what generally fishermen wear in this world, is like loose pants and a vest, especially during the summer.
He doesn't have a tiny fez.
No.
Okay.
He's not Abu.
Is he? Well, no, Aladdin wears a fez too.
Yeah, the teeny tiny fez.
Yeah.
Anyway.
One jump ahead of the... I don't remember the
Head of the
words.
hip.
Doesn't
Anyway.
the pants aren't poofy, they're just loose.
Hi. Don't mind me. Just leaving this here. And I set the bucket on there. I'm like, okay, bye. And I start climbing down.
Did you activate the bucket?
Oh, I flip it over.
Water just starts pouring out of it and down the side of the statue.
Yeah.
And he
And then I
watches
start-
it, and he's
I
like,
start climbing down really fast.
and you
uh,
see him poke his head out over the edge and watch you go.
I scream. I yell down to everybody else. I'm like, does anybody know Featherfall?
And
Nobody.
Do a belly flop.
No. Not unless someone knows Featherfall.
Do,
I don't know Featherfall.
Oh, I'm so tempted, but I'm not gonna.
You don't know. No.
But you do hear the fox go, excuse me, What are you doing?
Sorry, I don't speak fox. Bye.
What?
Can I
Yeah,
hear him talking?
Yes.
And I like shout up and be like, "It's an offering for the whale mom.
Yeah. Bye.
We promised her."
Make a persuasion check.
Do I have to do it too?
I'd say Kit. He's kind of leading the actual
yeah.
talking to him.
Oh, it fell off the table. Hold on. 14.
He's like, "Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, I guess."
Nice to meet you.
It's fresh water. You can drink it if you're thirsty.
And you see him like look back toward where the bucket is. And then he sticks his head out again. He says, "Why are you wasting fresh water?"
Don't worry about
It's
it.
an offering.
It's an offering. We promised her 10,000 barrels or something.
No, it was like
1,000
10.
barrels?
no. I think it was just 10.
Well, you
It's
said
10.
Oh, 10.
Yeah.
We'll be back for the bucket later.
The water's supposed to go to the village.
Why?
Oh, why?
We're not-
Because it's for the village.
Oh, can you throw
Well-
that bucket down?
No, hold on. You can just like, if people need it, then you can just like go up to it and fill up your glass or whatever.
You put it 60 feet in the air on a dirty statue.
Well, where the fuck else were we supposed
Can
to
you?
put?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, excuse me, sir. Can you
Yes?
just kick the bucket down, please? We'll take it to the village.
The bucket comes sailing off the top of the statue.
I football catch it.
As
I
it spins through
did
the air, it
this-
goes plop, plop, plop with water,
Just did all of this for nothing.
which kind of propels it every time it turns upside down, so it takes a long time to hit the ground.
That sound caught me off guard so much. Oh my god.
Okay. Alright.
Do I catch the bucket?
You get soaked, but yes.
I've caught the bucket.
Yeah, you catch it like here and just...
Yeah.
Can't believe I climbed
Waterboard
this
myself.
fucking statue for
You catch
nothing.
it
I climbed the statue for nothing.
It's a good exercise. Now you can swing that sword stronger.
I take out my sword. Can I swing my sword stronger?
Your arms hurt like fuck right now, so no. You take your sword out and it falls on the ground.
I glare at Kit. I'm just like,
You gotta wait for the muscle to come back.
fuck you.
It'll take a minute.
I'll put it back.
But as you're kerfuffling on the ground, you do hear the teeny tiny, like, pitter-patter paws coming down the side of the statue.
I thought he like bamfed down there. He's just like, what are you guys doing? Like,
No, he kind of half slides. He seems to know how to like slide down the skirt without like catching himself up too much. But as he hits the ground, he probably stands about 2.5 feet, which is on the tall side for a Vixu, and makes him almost twice Mia's size. But he steps up to you guys, and now that you get a good look at him, you see that his vest, which has tie closures in the front, has the symbol of like a wave going across the chest, and you see the silhouette of a whale underneath it. And he sort of folds his hands in front of him as he looks up at all of you. He's like, hello.
hi.
Hi.
Welcome, I think.
What's your name?
Good question.
Wow, don't even know your own name. Suspicious.
Sus. Super fucking sus.
Shut up, you guys. Jesus Christ.
His name's Ted.
His name's
No, that's
Sus.
too close to Todd.
Oh, that'd be sad. Gregory.
Greg. Is he old Greg or young
Geraldo.
Oh,
Greg?
great! His name is Ash.
Oh. Does he... No. Okay.
No.
Nope. So, well, nice to meet you, Ash. My name is Kit.
Sylfie, we're on a bit of a tight schedule here, so, with whom do we leave this bucket to? There's nobody else here besides you.
I mean, if you don't want to come, be celebrated for such a wonderful gift, I can take it.
I mean, we can go to the village. I actually need to go to the village, so I would love to go to the village. Maybe we could find a nice place to stay for the night.
Why do we need to go to the village?
Because I need to draw.
Draw what?
Don't worry about it. I'm fulfilling a debt.
To who?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
we talked about this.
Your guy. Yeah, that's right.
Ugh. Okay.
Well, I thought you were just like, I'm just gonna draw the sunset or whatever. Like,
maybe.
I'm all for hobbies, but we could do that while
we've got
skidooing.
Plenty of time. Besides, it's not like Marin's going anywhere. So, we can go. We would love to go to the village with you, Ash. That would be excellent.
Okay, well, and he looks at the other three, who all introduce themselves as well. Looking over all of you, he says, first,
Clay.
my name's Bull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's his catchphrase. It's just yeah. Ash sort of half bows to you guys and says, well, I don't know how long you've been here, but welcome to Enoch Island.
Few days.
Welcome just the same.
Thanks.
And we should probably, yeah. And he just turns toward the village and takes off.
Okay. As we're walking, can I ask him a couple of questions?
Yeah.
And be like, hey, so, I'm new here. We're all new here. So what are some major cultural things that you guys do here on the island? Do you have any cool traditions or anything?
He looks up at you. He's like, are you some kind of scholar?
I'm actually a pen pal with a scholar, and he's really interested in what goes on here in Enoch. So I was gonna send him a letter.
Well, our people are from two different origins.
I take out my journal.
He doesn't seem to mind. Says, the originators of our village are survivors from Harris before it shattered, before the calamity. The settlement, the camp, really, the original camp was founded by Kennebec Ambro.
Oh.
And then the rest of us are... It's hard to explain. We're from the sea.
The sea? Oh, are you the children of Taldanost? Is that what you're called?
Some of us.
Okay.
Not
so
all.
are you just fish that grew legs, or are you actually Triton? Or what?
No, well, I'm not. My family's actually from Amnoblin. I'm kind of an outlier. You'll see. And he continues on his way. It's hard to explain. They're not Tritons.
Okay. As we're walking, you don't have to tell me anything, but I'm just gonna drill him for stories or cool tales that they have on the island. And then I also want to ask if they have any sort of problems that need to be taken care of, rogue wolves, bears, lions, tigers, dinosaurs.
Oh my.
Do you know what a dinosaur is?
Probably not, but I'll ask him about things anyway. Big lizards.
Okay. There's a place where you could ask that question and get a actually pretty good answer, but it's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, make your way along. He
Making my way.
explains that the village currently really doesn't have any outstanding issues locally. He does mention that occasionally the Arbiters are a problem, but they're usually taken care of pretty quickly.
Those
by
are
who?
Arbiters.
By the Whalemother.
How so?
She always looks after us when dangerous things happen.
Yeah, but how? I mean, is it like, does she summon a fish? Does she summon a wave? Does she summon a cloud? Like, what is it?
Depends on the problem. If it's Arbiters trying to make landfall, usually something destroys their ships. Anywhere from rogue waves to creatures. If it's something on land, we usually get a hurricane, but the village is normally left alone.
Do you have any problems with killer clownfish?
No, clownfish are sacred animals. What are you talking about?
You should be worried. No worries. So, yeah, okay. We just keep walking and talking. I'm just writing him a journal.
Yeah, a lot of the, like, little tidbits he gives you are kind of like just local urban legends and stories and that kind of thing. A lot of it is kind of mundane to you, honestly, because you're from a much larger.
Wow,
larder,
a much
larder.
larder far.
A larder full of food. A much larger, further-reaching culture. And this is the kind of stuff you'd expect from, like, a tiny tribe. Just like, oh, we have a tradition of doing this on this day, and so on and so forth. But as you get over the rise into the village, which is actually set into sort of like a little, what's the word for it? There's a special word for it.
On Wednesdays, they wear pink.
Yep. The village is set into a caldera.
Oh, okay.
So at the very center, you see a bright, like, sulfurous blue pool. And all of the buildings are built onto this sloping inward. If not for the pool of water in the middle with a literal geyser coming out of it, you would have thought this was a crater.
I'd ask him, I'm like, do you guys have a lot of volcanic problems here?
Not problems. We have the hot springs, and then of course the geyser here, but no volcanic issues really.
Okay.
And he looks up at you, he says, we're well looked after here. But, I'm actually...
Fire and water, kind of weird.
I lean over to Kit, like, kind of mid-conversation, when he's talking to this guy, and just go, so you know how we may have potentially caused, like, a whole village to be, like, poisoned to death back in Green's March? What is this guy going to do with all this information about Enoch?
Oh, I don't know. Write a book.
I mean, you're kind of giving away all the secrets, so, like...
Anybody could just come here.
I guess, but... I don't know. I guess I didn't really meet this guy. I saw him for, like, 2 seconds, but...
Oh, I mean, he seemed like a shopkeeper.
So, slimy and looking to make a quick buck?
No, he seemed more like, well, so the other thing is he owed a debt to the people of Greensmarch, of Ambero, which is why
Okay.
he sent that pseudo-dragon egg to them. He knows Annika personally, so chances are he can't be too bad.
I guess.
I mean, if the people there wanted to take over Enoch, it wouldn't take them hardly anything to do it.
I guess I just don't want to, like, leave a trail of, like,
Unintentional destruction?
Yeah, behind us.
I mean, how do you know you're really alive if you don't?
Alright. Well, I'm not gonna have that existential crisis right now. Let's keep going, I guess. She makes that noise. She's like,
Are you okay?
just, you know, the pressure of being alive and being a person. It's fine.
Anxiety, existential anxiety. Yeah, you continue on with Ash, and he's pretty open about pretty much anything you ask him for. You do see as you approach you can constantly see the geyser kind of like boiling, but as you enter the edge of the village, you actually see the plume of steam shoot out. There's a fairly clear radius where there's like no buildings or anything near the edge of the pool, especially because the water is not safe. It's not only boiling hot, but it is full of sulfur. But the buildings nearest to it are all made of solid stone, and you can actually see how they've been sprayed over, 2 centuries, where you can see the buildup of sediment to the point where it almost looks like the walls are solid rather than made of different pieces. The general layout of the village is in concentric circles, and the first thing you notice, other than how very simple and almost behind the times the architecture is, much like on Greensmarch, is that about half the people here are absolutely drop-dead gorgeous, alabaster-skinned, elf-like people that seem almost a little ethereal, but you could almost mistake them for Tritons because they have very long, like slightly finned ears. You can see like the point and then the ridge to them.
Okay.
And they're walking among a sort of mix mash of different, what you can tell were the survivors, descendants of the survivors of the Calamity, who are just normal-ass people, like halflings, Vixu, humans, there's a couple Goliaths. But these absolutely beautiful people almost seem otherworldly, and they have this weird grace about them. But there's just this very calm intermix of the two different groups. And nobody seems terribly bothered at the arrival of new people. You guys have been to enough small and secluded towns that you're used to people staring. Nobody minds here at all.
I take a few quick sketches of those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if there's anything I can compare them to, it's almost like a more human version of the Zora from Legend of Zelda.
Okay. Oh, wait, they're... Okay.
Humanish. Elfish.
Yeah. Never mind. I was gonna do something, but I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna do it anymore.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
So are we like going to... Who do we bring this bucket to, Ash?
Is there like a town square or something? Or like a fountain? Or like...
Yeah, the geyser.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's the geyser, and then there is the first... the largest street is the first circle around. So there's all the buildings that have their backs to the geysers, and then there's a street, and then more buildings beyond that. That main street seems to be like where markets are on either side of the village. It's pretty small. There don't seem to be a lot of like dedicated shops, just like vendor stalls, and all of the buildings are so simple that you can't really pick out which ones are meant to be important. But Ash leads you in toward the center street, and as you're coming up to the edge of the road, he points you slightly to the right, where there is this very humble, like, thatch roof cottage. But you see the large painting of a whale in that sort of tribal style, with the swirling and the bands and the dots, is actually painted onto the wall of the outside. And the building has no permanent door, so it's just open to the air. Heading in through, Ash heads in through the archway, and as you look in, you can see that this is almost like a little longhouse. There's a long fire pit in the middle, that appears to be just for cooking, and there are benches all the way around the outside against the walls. And sitting at the bench against the far wall, you see a number of these beautiful alabaster-skinned elf mer people. And sitting sort of central, there is a Goliath. Shaved head. He has a fairly short gray beard, and you can see him covered with the tattoos that, Sylfie, you'd recognize the imagery from what you've seen on, like, the clownfish and the whales. Just covered in this type of imagery, and his eyes are solid white. There are no visible irises or pupils. But he's just quietly sitting there as Ash looks to... I don't know, who has the bucket currently?
Kit.
He looks to Kit and says, "May I?"
Sure.
And he takes the bucket and he makes his way over. You hear him speak in... what's their language called?
Harble garb.
Herbiderb.
It would be Aquan, which I don't think anybody in this party knows. For Sylfie, to you it sounds familiar, but you don't know it. But he begins speaking to this Goliath, and you see him reach out and like guide the Goliath's hands to the bucket. And you hear him start to explain what he's seen. And you see the old Goliath start to smile. And his head turns in your vague direction. And you see him reach out, put a hand on the little Vixu's shoulder, and stand up to like use him as a guide, basically. And they slowly make their way over toward you. The Goliath holding...
This is a Goliath and a tiny, tiny Vixu?
Yes.
So he's like walking on his knees, basically, like still hunched over with a hand
No,
on him?
he didn't like stay hunched over. He like touched him to figure out where he was, stood up, and now the Vixu is guiding him. He's got like a hand on his knee.
Gotcha. I thought he still had a hand on his shoulder. I was like,
he
that
can't
must
reach
look
his
ridiculous.
elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elbow is the correct way to do it, but he obviously can't reach that high.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's guiding him along, and the Goliath, still not knowing how tall or short you guys are, he's just sort of facing forward, holding the bucket against his side, and says, in a weird, almost lyrical version of an English accent, he says, "And who brought this?"
Us!
We both did.
And as you speak, his head like lowers a little bit, kind of figuring out where you are. And he says, "Is there a chosen?"
I guess that would be me. Yeah. What up? I'm Sylfie. Phelan.
We've been expecting you.
Oh, good.
Oh, Jesus.
I hope for a good reason.
Yes, of course. You're incredibly welcome, in fact.
Hey. Cool.
What is your name?
Sylfie. Phelan.
Are you?
The Almighty.
But he pauses and he says, You sound different than I expected.
Ooh, what were you expecting?
I was expecting a man.
Oh.
no!
Oh no. Oh yeah. Alright. So, funny story. It's actually not a funny story. It's very sad. Sad.
It's funny story. He did.
Yeah, he died. And so I wasn't necessarily chosen so much as stumbled in like a dumbass to the paladin life. So
I didn't choose the paladin life. The paladin life chose me.
yep. It's a struggle.
It's a struggle.
It's every day, bro.
Oh, God.
So yeah, sorry he's not shown up, but I'm here, which is kind of like expecting a steak dinner and getting McDonald's, but I totally,
Ye old McDonald's.
I'll try my darndest to live up to the expectation, I guess.
I think you sell yourself short.
Kid, do I sell myself short?
I think you sold too much.
Yeah. Well, alright, hold on.
You agree with me, and then you're like, no, wait.
Yeah, but
The Whalemother, while she does choose rather quickly, she does not choose for no reason. If you're here for a reason.
well, the reason
Do you want to change your fate?
would you? The reason actually was because I talked to this big sea monster guy, and I was like, "Hey, this boat that I'm riding, don't destroy it, and if you don't, then I will make sure that I give you tenfold what they were going to offer at Enoch Island." And apparently that was 1 gallon of water, and so I was like, okay, well,
barrel.
whatever. 1 barrel of water. And so then apparently I'm here giving you 10. So, yeah.
Well, that is still appreciated.
You're welcome.
And he offers out a hand and says, "My name is Vokon."
I shake it. Nice to meet you, Vokon. That's a badass name. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's a Goliath name, but alright.
Yeah. Badass, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Tabular.
But yeah, he, after he shakes your hand, he, sort of takes the bucket in both of his hands and says, "If you would show me how this works, I assume this is some sort of enchanted item?"
Yes. So all you do is, flip it over, and it just goes. That's it. And when you want it to stop, you flip it back.
And he reaches out and actually puts a hand on your shoulder, just sort of like to gently move you aside as he steps outside. And you hear him start calling in this Aquan language. And several people look up and most of them you hear him call names specifically, and you see people working nearby all stop, look at him, and then disappear to go fetch things. And eventually, barrels are being rolled down the street to you guys. You actually see outside a lot of these houses there are barrels like sitting out for the rain. Those that aren't full are brought to you guys, and the Goliath sort of like feels where they are and then starts tipping the bucket over into them. And as he's doing this, he gets to about the 9th barrel, and he turns back toward you, Sylfie, and says, "Is there a limit to how much this can make?
Not water.
Would you mind if we filled everyone's barrels?"
Go nuts.
Go
crazy.
It could take a while. Feel free to partake of any food inside. Explore as you like.
That sounds great because we've been eating burnt deer for the past 3 days.
Lightning deer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see him smile. He's got this very rich, warm smile about him. He says, "Have as much as you like. While we do lack in fresh water, we do not lack for food."
Sweet.
Sweet.
I'm hungry, Kit. Let's go.
All right. Well, inside they've got a bunch of stuff roasting over the fire, and then
Continental breakfast.
tons and tons of vegetables you have never seen in your life. There are some things that look like turnips, but have the consistency of watermelon.
Oh, that's cool.
There's another one that you see this almost like beet shaped. At first you think it's a root vegetable, but when it gets sliced open, it deflates ever so slightly because it's just full of water content. Almost like dragon fruit, that one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the vegetables here are super watery.
They don't even have to drink.
The only ones that aren't that way are the ones that you do recognize, which are root vegetables.
Potatoes.
There are some tree fruits. There's some berries. You can have at it as much as you like. There's a lot of fish.
Yes.
Sylfie is
tree
just
foods.
piling her plate up like this
Buffet
high.
style.
Yeah.
Gonna go back
You-
6 times.
You do see that of the people here, which you're starting to guess are priests, they do the same thing. They eat a ton. Even little itty bitty Ash, he eats twice what you expected. Everybody here looks pretty healthy, on the athletic side, but everybody's it looks like everyone's eating pretty well, but they're not necessarily lazy either. So they're they got a little paunch, but they've got a lot of muscle to go with it. So everybody looks a lot better than some of the fucking medieval villages you've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys dig in. All of the food is immaculately fresh. And just perfect. And you just have a grand old time eating dinner with these people. A lot of them can't even speak to you because they don't speak common. But a few of them, like Ash, what?
We're just all miming to each other and doing that awkward anxiety thing. You're I don't know what you're saying. Ha 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 ha.
This is tasty.
You just laugh at everything.
There are enough of them that know how to speak common that they can kind of translate for friendly conversation, but you do end up mostly talking to them, especially Ash. The sort of alabaster skinned people, they don't really talk a lot. In fact, they seem almost curious of you guys, especially Sylfie. And they look like they've never seen anything like Bull. But a lot of people don't really see bugbears traveling the world. So,
During this, I'm gonna lean over to Clay I'm just gonna be
Keep
like,
forgetting about him.
hey, I feel like we haven't like touched base in a little bit. Are you doing all right?
Define all right.
Okay. Let me rephrase. What's up, bud?
You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid.
I'm not, bro. What's
Okay,
up?
sis.
Yeah, there we go. See,
Oh,
that's
it's
what older
I'm-
siblings talk to their younger siblings like. I guess.
sure.
I've not had a younger sibling, so.
Yeah, you've never been an older sister, huh? I'm okay. Kind of terrified to meet Marin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Marin's great. She's
I'm sure.
nothing like me. Trust me. Like she's like.
She's a lot younger.
Well, you shut up and eat your beet, your juicy beet.
Eat your bowl of juicy beets.
Um.
God.
Yeah, like she's super nice. Like she's patient and she's smart. You know, like she's not loud and annoying like me. So you'll like her better than me probably.
Why are you so self-deprecating?
I don't know. It's a weird vibe I'm bringing to the table today. It's a little weird, but anyway.
Today?
Okay. Well, moving past that.
Sylfie, do we need to come up with some self-affirmations for you?
Oh my God, Clay is so fucking gay.
You You're smart, you're lovable, and gosh darn it, people like you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, but for real, Marin's great. There's nothing you should be nervous about with her.
I'm not nervous about her. I'm nervous about everything else.
I mean, yeah.
You know, the whole, like, Silas Moore thing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll probably kill him anyway, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's the before that I'm worried about.
Well, yeah. I don't know. We still have to figure out all this stuff with Cynthia and Wedna and all that stuff, because apparently, Kit, you told me what you saw in the divination, right? Of them.
Oh yeah.
Coming to
yeah,
me
that Cindy and Wedna are coming together, but a day behind.
I can't. You keep calling her Cindy.
That's her name.
Hi, Cindy. A little confused.
Hi, Cindy.
Cindy, those are bones. Oh my God.
Oh, my dad's calling me. I can't talk, father. What was I gonna say? I got distracted.
But Clay, as he's sitting next to you, he like reaches out and actually takes your hand. He says, regardless, I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with the idea of what we're actually doing here, so
Yeah.
I'm nervous as fuck, but like I'm here.
Well, good. Harness that nervous energy into murderous rage. That's what I.
I don't do rage really well.
Well, I
Sex to selling
mean,
Avon.
doesn't have to be.
Mary Kay in this family, Benjamin. How
I
dare
know.
you.
It doesn't have to be like, you know, barbarian rage or anything, but like, you know.
I would like to rage.
You know, just turn it into murdering thoughts.
I'm worried about you.
Everybody is. It's fine. I'm great.
Wow.
Like, do you ever have any fun anymore?
Sylfie
You thought
just goes
you thought I gave you an existential crisis.
Sylfie just like goes into like a dissociative
1,000-yard
episode.
stare.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, because it's not, none of it's really worth it if you're not going to enjoy your life.
Well, I'm gonna enjoy my life a lot more when Marin's with us. So it's fine.
But what about when this is all over and that, like, goal is gone?
She goes back to staring.
Taiylor is tapping into their own anger management.
Yeah. Taylor's tapping into a vein of
Therapy?
Alicia's Alicia's own life. You know what?
We're a lot alike, Alicia. When D&D gets too real.
Ooh,
Playing
That's why I
D&D,
like
not
D&D.
therapy.
No, it's therapy for me.
I like the song on TikTok that I found that's called "Don't Be Sad, Go Play D&D." Don't be sad, go play D&D. And that's all it is.
Don't be sad. Go to fantasy therapy.
Yeah.
Yay. Anyway.
You know what? My philosophy, and I take a big old bite out of a juicy beet. I'm like, yeah, it's just like dribbling, and it's just like, my philosophy is, you get there when you get there, right? It's fine. It's great. That'll be great. It'll be fun. Yeah. Kit, do you like the juicy beet, or do you like the watermelon turnip?
These are two terrible fucking songs. The Juicy Bee or the watermelon turnip.
Watermelon
And they're
turnip.
both fucking
Turn up for what?
they're both goddamn line dances.
There's a song by Harry Styles called Watermelon Sugar.
Yeah, I know.
And so I'm just singing it to that beat.
I just have
watermelon
mashed
turnip.
potato stuck in my head.
The mashed potato.
No,
don't
not
know.
that one.
Oh, do the twist.
No,
No, not that mashed potato.
mashed potato. It's hard to sing because
Yeah.
there's nothing to it. It's the
Oh.
dance.
I'm loving this very vegetarian fare.
I'm loving this, like, broccoli with little water pods on it. It's real
Kale
good.
is my fucking favorite.
Bubble broccoli.
Yeah, bubble broccoli.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. It's not kale. Kale's a little dry.
It's watery kale. It's wet
It-
kale.
it'd
It's
be
like
more like
somebody
lettuce.
it's like somebody dunked some kale in some water.
It's called seaweed.
Exactly.
They
It's
have
wet, salty
fan-
kale.
fantastic seaweed wraps, P.S.
Is there like some sushi that we can get in?
Fuck yeah!
Hell
Where's
yeah!
the beef?
I'm going to the sushi bar.
Oh,
It's
Hell yeah!
right there.
of course there's
I'm just
sushi.
like, I have a second plate that I'm just loading on like California rolls and like spicy tuna rolls and like
Harris rolls,
tempura.
Iroquois rolls,
Yeah.
How dare you? They're
Caladress rolls. Yeah.
Port Nadling rolls.
Amnoblin rolls. And then they have the house special is the Tull Dunost.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's got little
Like-
wonton crispies on the top.
that look like whale tails.
Exactly.
with the
It's got
spicy
tiny
mayo
little
drizzle.
thongs on it.
Spicy mayo drizzled all over it because they
Oh,
always
yeah.
have the spicy mayo drizzled
course.
all over it. Yeah.
God, I'm so
I
hungry.
really want
I am too.
sushi.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
me too.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, you distract yourself with food while Clay worries. You do catch Bull, having been listening to this, kind of like looking at you two like, oh boy. Like worried.
God, Bull.
I'm just shoveling in sushi rolls like 2 at a time.
I'm fine. Emotional eating.
It's the whole roll. It's not even cut up. You're just like, "Bleh."
Yeah. I'm
Got
just
it.
like like little bits of seaweed like going off the side. Like a wood chipper.
Oh my God. I am going to, while Sylfie is destroying her waistline, I am going to
It's
sidle up
almost like low fat and
Yeah,
low-fat
sushi's
stuff.
not
Carbs.
bad for you.
carbs,
And-
all
and
that
it's-
rice. I'm gonna sidle up to Clay.
Sidle on up.
Sidle on up.
He leans slightly away. He's
Oh,
like, yes.
stop. We're friends. You don't have to be weird. Your body language is throwing me off. I'm having a hard time talking to you.
Okay, and he like straightens up.
Okay, thank you. I won't touch you without your permission.
That's not what I'm worried about. It's mostly the burning ozone smell.
That comes with the territory.
Yeah.
If you need more, just let me know. I've got it. So I don't think you really need to worry about her that much because she's gonna fall apart no matter how much you worry.
Do I hear him say that?
No.
Okay. I'm just
That's
shoveling away.
comforting.
I'm just being real with you, buddy, because I think she's in too deep too, but there's no way to stop her now. It's like it's like one of those really big hills that you sled on when there's snow outside and you think you're gonna die, but there's nothing you could do. So like if you're gonna die, you're gonna die. You're just gonna go. She's probably not gonna die, but we should be fine. Eventually. Broken bones, it'll be fine. It's cool. Worst case scenario.
Do you have any siblings?
Actually, yes.
Do you have siblings you like?
Actually, yes.
Okay, I'm more confused now. All right. I don't know. I've never had a big sister, and I don't know.
Have you had a small sister? Or like a small brother or an older brother?
Well, I clearly have like 40 half siblings, so.
That's true, you do. Have you ever met any of them, or were you like an only child growing up on the boat?
I didn't just grow up on a boat.
Don't worry about how I'm butchering the details of your life. Just answer the question.
Yeah, we're totally friends, Kit. You totally care.
Did you have anybody to look after while you were growing up on the ocean blue and in the land?
Just my mom.
Did you really have to look after her, or did she kind of look after you?
It was kind of a give and take when I got older. I mean, she was the one who made all the money, so I kind of like took care of other shit for her. And, you know, when she got sick, I'd look after her and vice versa. And
well, I had to watch my brother when we were younger. And because we were... No, there's no nice way to put it. Our village was burned down and most everybody was killed. So we came to Irakel, and, you know, if there's one thing I learned with Ren, it's that no matter how much you worry about what someone is going to do or how much you maybe want them to make different decisions, they're not going to. Ren turned into a goody two-shoe who's probably going to take over the family one day, and like, ooh, like that's going to be so much fun. But, you know, I'm out doing my own thing, and no matter what each of us chooses to do, it's gonna happen because we can't convince each other to do something else. So I think Sylfie's fine.
see, that makes it make more sense.
Mm-hmm. If there's one thing you're gonna learn about me, Clay, it's that I don't ever give up the ghost that easily. So you have to work for it.
No, I've known that since I met you.
I think this is actually more than I've told your sister, so...
I feel like that's just to spite her.
Probably.
Maybe. You know, she does spend a lot of time talking about her own family and like how much she wants to kill them. She really doesn't leave a lot of room for other people to talk about anything else unless it's like on her terms, and then she's like right in your face and she's like, tell me about your family or I'll fucking kill you. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, actually you're right about that.
Yeah. So, if there's not like a lot of real good moments for real, not forced, not life-threatening conversation.
I hope that changes when this is over, because I mean, she strikes me as somebody who'd be a good listener if she wasn't caught up in her own shit.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't experienced that, but maybe.
It's more of a hunch than an experience.
I feel like deep down, underneath all the murderous, vengeful rage, there's probably a broken person in there who needs some help.
Oh no, definitely.
But we'll, I guess we'll just have to see after she kills everybody in the world.
So
what's
fun
left.
to gossip about somebody in front of them in D&D.
Yeah, Sylfie's just like,
Yeah.
Mia, you gotta try this shit. It's great.
Oh yeah, we'll get some in a bit. She eats a lot.
Your name is not Mia.
Oh, I thought you said.
I said Mia.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mia is looking at you and she's like, you realize I'm like a quarter your size.
That
I'm
means
like-
nothing.
I'm trying to try everything, but it's a lot.
No, you're fine. Look at what's his butt? He's Ash. That's his name.
He's twice my size.
Well, okay.
I'm doing my best here, man.
I know. You're doing great, sweetie.
Shut up.
Jesus.
But yeah, Mia goes back to what she's doing. And Clay, he watches this for a minute, and then Kit, you see him turn and look at Bull, who is worriedly watching Sylfie.
Oh my god. Nobody does anything in this group but worry. God. Guys need to chill out. If the world is gonna burn down tomorrow and we all die, there's nothing you can do about it.
That's part of the problem.
Just
Nice nihilism.
just accept your fate.
It's part of the worry. Is that there's nothing we can do.
Well, we'll do. I mean,
That's the source of the worry.
no, it's fine. I mean, we're doing. There's some things that I'm dabbling in that I probably shouldn't be, but
That's not
trying to
comforting.
save the world. But we'll see.
What?
What?
What are you guys talking about?
Nothing.
been-
Shut
you've
up.
been, like,
Oh, we're
whispering
talking
to
about
each other
boy
for a
stuff,
while.
like
Yeah,
Boy
we're talking
stuff.
about
like itching our balls and like
Ew.
yeah, and like girls and
yeah,
Oh,
definitely talking about
you know what?
girls.
definitely talking
Actually-
about girls.
Actually, I want to talk about that.
Oh God,
Well, yeah, you don't have to, Kit.
What?
But,
thanks.
oh,
Ew.
well, it's whatever.
Talking about girls?
What?
What?
I like to dabble.
Okay.
Something wrong with that?
No, there's not. You brought it up.
Yeah.
Why are we
Well, I
talking
don't know.
about
You were
girls?
saying you were talking about girls, so I
We're
was like,
obviously
oh, sure, I'll
not
get
talking
into it.
about girls. We're both gay as the day is long.
I mean,
Oh.
that's pretty obvious, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, Kit, I knew, but. That's
I'm
a
sorry,
fun
you didn't
fact,
pick
Clay.
it up from this guy.
I wasn't really like thinking, I wonder who my brother likes to have passionate sex with, so not really.
Missing out.
Should really try the salmon roll. It's great.
Yeah.
They got the little eggs on top. It's great.
Ceviche.
No, roe.
Roe, that's what they're
Roe.
called.
Yeah,
Ceviche is
ceviche
meat.
is shrimp.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I knew Clay was
Clay.
gay. Clay Gakin. I didn't say that out loud.
Cut the stream. We're done.
Yeah. So before Sylfie like stuffs her face back in here and is like all weird and be like, "Don't worry, got your back."
Thanks.
With her too, all that. If you need help, just scream. With her.
That's normally the reaction.
Yeah. If you scream at her, I found she's kind of like a scared animal. Like if you scream loud enough, it'll shock her for a second, and then you have a minute to get away.
I don't think that'll be necessary.
It works.
Keep it in mind.
Are you talking about like words, or are you talking about going like?
Yeah, no, literally, just make a noise.
Sylfie just goes,
"What the fuck?" And then you have a chance to like run off. That gives you a solid 2-second head start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, eat your broccoli, kid, and then I walk away.
Okay.
I lean over to one of the priest guys, and I'm like, "Is there a soft serve machine in here?"
Fuck! We've all been to this exact restaurant so many times.
On 28th Street.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah!
Do you guys have the sprinkles this time, or have you gotten rid of the
Yeah.
sprinkles fucking permanently?
I
I'm
don't
pissed.
need the cones. The cones are usually like stale and gross. But,
I want
like,
sprinkles.
At least the sprinkles. Like, come on.
Sprinkles and caramel sauce.
I don't need the
Yeah,
caramel
where's the
sauce.
little tiramisu cups? I want those.
Oh yeah, the
Ooh.
tiramisu cups. Shit.
Shit.
This is
Oh
And
my
you gotta
God.
get like the little brownie that looks like a cosmic brownie, but
Unrelatable.
it's like really dry and like.
Yeah, that's because it's from GFS and not from
Yeah.
Cosmic Brownie.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Man, I really wish. I want to go to a buffet so bad now.
do
Me
too.
too.
But
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
I don't want to order takeout from a buffet because that's gross.
I've
Order
wanted
from
to go to a
First Walk.
buffet since February.
I haven't been to
The
I don't
First Walk
remember the
near
last
me
time.
has a new cook, and their food isn't as good anymore. And I'm
Oh.
really mad.
Oh.
Okay, we need to continue. So we're
We-
gonna play
w-
D&D before I drown in my own spit because I'm hungry.
I know. We'll have a break soon, so you can go get some nom noms.
No, I'm gonna like order pizza or something.
We'll do
Okay.
it now so it gets there.
I'm gonna. Don't start talking.
Yeah, hold on to the voice.
What?
The voice that
Oh.
you're doing.
Like,
You're gonna do
Like
it.
the
Hello?
pathetic.
hello?
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 I need.
Is there anybody there?
I need.
Hello?
I need a ham and mushroom
Hello?
pizza, please,
Ham and
Yeah.
mushroom stat.
with extra pepperoni.
No.
And can you add some cheese bread on the side?
On the side? What was that?
Cheese bread on the side.
Would please.
Okay.
Please. I can't do the lip thing that Roger Rabbit does, but that's what I'm going for. That, yeah. Anywho's.
Anywho's the ones.
Anywho's a what's it, but, yes.
This is also why I love playing D&D, because in a global pandemic, I can live out my dreams of going to the Chinese buffet.
We need to go to college, Ross. They're just peppered in Chinese buffets.
No, Lockmanos.
Lockmanos, thank you.
Well, no. It's Harris. Harris would be the one. Used to be the one. Not anymore. It all died.
Yeah, they don't have freaking Chinese buffets in China.
Yeah.
They should.
All the food is Lockmany. Harris used to be America, basically.
Yeah.
That
so
explains why it was blown up.
Well, America minus the awful shit. It was more like Britain and Northern Europe. Anyway. God, we sidetrack so bad during these streams. No wonder
Eating too
nobody
much fake
watches
sushi.
this. But yes, you guys finish up your meals and head back outside after a while to see that pretty much everybody and their mother has gathered with barrels, and most of them have been filled. The Goliath has given the bucket over to a much younger Goliath who looks quite a bit like him, and he's taken over the filling of the barrels. What would you guys like to do? Other than wait? And you don't have to do anything.
I don't want to do anything.
Okay, you're gonna.
I want to take a nap.
Yes, have a nap.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to a few people, collect more stories, take more sketches.
Okay. Yeah. From what you can gather, a lot of the people again can't really speak common. The ones who are not these mer-looking people can mostly speak common, but these other people, they just have no fucking idea how to grasp what you're saying.
Okay.
But the other folks do kind of tell you. They're like, these people are quite literally the mer. They're the children of Taiylor. They can learn common, but most of them really don't because they don't use it. And none of them live on land. You also are told about not where it is, just that it exists. That there is an underwater city nearby.
That explains the road that went down into the bay. Down by the bay. Where the watermelon turnip grows! Oh my god, we're here!
We made it!
We made it! We're down by the bay!
It.
Look at me!
It's not a bay, it's a peninsula.
Same diff.
We're gonna have that same fight that we did about the harbor. Anyway.
By the bay.
Yeah, you just gather up more stories. People are super open and friendly. The only thing they refuse to tell you is exactly where the city is. It's a lot less insular and sort of EU outsiders than you might have thought it was going to be. They're actually genuinely excited to see outsiders. And they actually end up like asking you guys questions like, hey, where are you from? Like, most of it's like, what part of the ocean do you live near? Because that's what they know best.
Mm-hmm.
And Sylfie, after your little cat nap, there's like a line of people waiting to like hear you tell them about how you became the chosen of Taiylor.
Oh no.
Yeah. Mostly like younger people who are just like wide-eyed kid, like tell us a story.
Okay.
Some of the elders are listening too.
I'm gonna take out my lute
Oh god.
and I'm going to sing a
Oh,
lovely
Jesus.
epic ballad about how the death of a brave tabaxi happened to grant me the power of Taiylor, and how I fought a sea serpent who, in exchange for his life, I told him I would make the trip to Enoch to help its people. And
Wait,
I don't know how that works.
You were going to kill him and you said, wait.
Yes.
Instead of killing you, I will give your goddess a thing.
Yes. That's
No.
what she said.
That
is what she said. We're going with it.
That is what you said.
No, hold on. I meant.
Nope. That's what you said.
Taiylor, don't punish me for not knowing how to improv. Like, God.
I am the improviser. I expect greatness.
I am
Well-
the improviser.
I'm the one who improvises.
No. So it's going to be in exchange. I don't know how that works. Okay, fine. I'll say that.
In exchange for the lives of the crewmen that were at
Yes.
risk in your battle,
Yeah.
you struck a peace
Yes.
and said in good
Worst
will,
bard
Yes.
ever.
in best bard ever.
I'm just kind of singing like, and then I punched him, and then he was like, "Ow!" No.
But yes,
No,
Oh
she's
my
better
God.
at it than that. But
obviously.
yeah. So I tell the tale of the sea serpent, and then I tell the tale of going up against the vile vampire, or not vampire, a werewolf, Vinrath Courser, and
And I gave him one of these. and I
Yeah.
gave him one of these.
gave him pow right in the kisser.
Power right in the kisser.
Ka-chow.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I fought Vinrath Courser, and you know, I fought a eldritch dolphin too.
Those are two great words that I'm so
Mr.
Yeah.
Bubbles.
I'm so glad I made those two words come together. Eldritch Dolph.
Yes, and just so I just kind of go
Mr.
through, and I like do a ballad of my own achievements.
Huh.
Thank you.
Make a performance check.
Toss a
Oh.
coin to your Sylfie.
Toss a coin to your Phelan, no value. Yeah. Still haven't seen that. Don't intend to at the moment.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Oh, it's good. I like it. 17.
So, okay, yeah. These people don't have money.
Great. I look at Kit and I start, after my performance about me, I start singing about the Elucier who
There once was a dog boy named
Yeah.
Kid of the Elucier.
Oh my
and just
god.
start talking about some of his accomplishments that I've seen as well.
I want to
And
hear
then he
about them.
cheated in that bout.
Yeah.
I want to hear about them.
Yes, improvise.
Improvise.
Dance monkey.
You also
Feed me, Seymour.
he also went up against Vinrath Courser. That was pretty cool.
I need to tell people about that. Because you don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. And his direwolf Dinky tragically died. Poor Dinky. R.I.P. Dinky. Oh, boo.
As she's telling this tale, I'm gonna do sacred flames above her head. Just to, make them look. I said sacred flame, not little coyotes.
Spiritual lawnmower. Everybody dies.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Everybody in the village is dead. Well, we can keep our water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just strumming about Kit and accomplishing all his fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting a small business coming near you soon.
All of your acid needs in one place.
Yes.
Phelan poison.
Well, hold on. I don't want to attach that name to that. But
Dog boy poison.
there we go.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, you guys are.
Is there a car alarm going
There
off
is a
here?
car alarm going off. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
We're in the middle of a fucking island. And they have no electricity. It's just like wah, wah,
Yeah,
wah.
yeah.
Somebody's stepping on a duck repeatedly.
or like bagpipes. Yeah.
It's the goose.
It's the fucking goose!
From a rooftop far away. You just hear,
Oh my god.
yonk yonk.
Oh my god, I saw a t-shirt online that I really want to buy, and it's a goose in a witch hat, and it says Honkus Ponkus. I really want it!
Do it.
Oh my god, it's like $25 for it, and I might buy it.
I want to play that game again. So badly.
Honkus Ponkus.
Anyway.
They're adding multiplayer to it.
I
Or
know.
co-op. Yeah.
Multiplayer goose chaos.
Do we actually hear the goose, or was we just... Because that would be awesome if the goose was just like...
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
okay. There's just a white goose in the distance, like on a rooftop.
No,
He's just like...
you guys hear in the distance, huh? The actual sound they make?
Oh, yeah.
And you hear like a scattering of webbed feet, and you look up, and on the top of a roof near you, you see
Coming to a
white
roof near
goose
you.
scrambling up the side of the sloped roof until he gets to the very top, and he like arches his neck back.
Sylfie, do you see him? Do you see him?
Yep. Hold on. I start playing.
That's actually what they sound like.
I know.
I start playing a ballad about the goose.
Make sure to include the wontons. Include the wontons.
There once was a goose, and he was no ordinary goose. He, in fact, was quite mysterious.
And this
Mysterious.
Mysterious! And this goose had a fucking knife!
Yeah.
He stabbed a dude.
He fucking killed somebody!
And then watched him rot into the ground over 100 years.
There's a goose on the loose.
There's
He
a goose
really likes
on the loose.
that crunchy stuff you put in soup.
I would love if that was how the song was done, where every line goes, a goose, like trying to do the honk.
There's a goose.
Oh god.
Are you
on
doing
the
the yodel now?
Yeah.
I told you I'm very good at yodeling.
Oh, you're so
I
good.
believe it. But yeah, Sylfie, as you start doing this, nobody else has realized there's a goose, but he like looks down at you and like ruffles his feathers and like sits down and like listens, and you hear him start like bobbing his head back.
Aw,
Oh god.
the goose is chill.
The goose is gonna fucking kill us.
No, we gave him wontons. It's fine.
Then we gave him wontons.
That's all you need to give a goose. He'll be your best friend forever.
Yep.
If you
That's
give a
that-
goose a wonton,
Yeah, that's that.
he'll want another.
Children's book.
If you give a mouse a cookie.
Man, you
That
just chill.
Fucking fuck. I'd like pull Clay to the side. I'm like, do you see that goose?
Yeah,
Do you see the goose?
it's a goose.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, what?
It's a god.
What?
If you've never had a goose,
If you'd only seen the things that I have seen, Clay.
if you've never been to a church and a goose comes to give you a warning of a werewolf who's going to kill everybody, and then he is paid in wontons, if you've ever seen a goose on a hill surrounding the bodies of the dead all run through with magical enchanted items that he wielded, and with tiny little peck holes in their bodies, you would know.
You weren't there for that, were you?
No, I wasn't. Scratch
heard.
that. I heard.
You heard the legend.
I heard the legend of the
yeah.
fucking dead guy.
As you're telling Clay this, he's like, Kit, how much did you have to drink?
I don't drink. I have spoken to that goose. I have paid it in wontons.
I'm starting to get worried because we ate the same things.
That goose will come back. Just you wait.
Is the goose still there?
The goose will return.
The goose will remember that.
Yeah.
And upon his return, hell will burst forth.
You should do a weird podcast. I like it.
Okay.
No,
sidebar.
oh my
need
god!
To tell you
oh
this
my god.
sidebar because it might happen.
Oh Jesus! All about the goose.
So I was talking to my Friday D&D group. We decided not to play D&D because shit's stressful. And I was reading articles and Wikipedia entries in like stupid voices. And also
As you
doing
do.
so in 1928 some bitch invented this thing and it made this.
Like drunk history.
Yeah.
And everybody else was like silent except for laughing. And eventually Xana was like, "Can you do a podcast?" I'm like, "I should do a podcast."
Oh my god.
Just have it be called the Some Bitch podcast, where I stream it slightly drunk.
I like it.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I may have to do that.
I
I was
like it too.
reading the Wikipedia entries on VR and how it was developed, because we all nerds. And I got to the bit about the virtual boy, and I was like, I don't know, the virtual bitch fucking came around in 19. Fuck it. And just like went on to NASA. Like some smart ass at NASA made this, and they made a holodeck, and yeah. So that was fun. I need to figure out how to make that actually work in a show format, but that would be fun. Or like read fantasy stories in like way too
You could
dramatic.
read mine. You could be my voice actor.
I'm
Woof. I heard the woof.
not a voice actor.
No, you're
Sorry.
fine. I would like to, as I'm talking to Clay, I'll be like, "Oh, you don't believe me? You don't believe me about the goose?
No.
Excuse me, goose.
Ah!
Can you come here for a minute? Can I talk to you,
And he looks down at you.
please?"
Lands on the ground. He can't actually fly,
No, I
so
know.
he just kind of falls.
Yeah.
But he lands and he like
He just
picks
hits the ground. He's like,
himself
"What?
up.
What?"
And he like waddles his way over with his toe inward walk.
Oh yeah. So, why do you think that goose came to me when I called it?
I'm assuming it's a smart goose.
I'm sorry. How many geese have you met in your fucking yo-ho pirate life that do this?
Animals can learn their names.
Yo-ho pirate.
His name is Goose.
Sure. I knew a dog named Dog.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dear Goose, can you please explain to him that you're not just a goose? That you're actually an amazing, intelligent, super powerful creature?
Blink.
Can I give him a pat?
His neck bends out of the way.
Damn it.
It like bends at a weird like backward angle where his head still stays flat.
Well, I don't have any wontons here. Do you want some sushi?
Blink.
Along the same vein.
Sir Goose, do you want some sushi? Yes or no?
He can nod. Oh yeah.
He turns and waddles away.
Oh.
And you actually watch him walk into the priest's home and just start stealing food.
Oh! Well, I don't have to feed the goose because apparently the goose is a fucking thief. It's a rogue goose.
Is that its class?
Yeah, it's a rogue. It's a level 25 rogue.
I mean, it did kill a dude with a flame-tongue dagger through the head.
Oh my god, it's a fucking rogue goose. Holy shit. I'm just gonna leave Clay behind and just be like, whatever, fuck this guy. I'm gonna go up to the goose again, like walk into the priest thing, be like, hey, do you want to join
he
our?
like turns his head and you see seaweed trailing out of his mouth.
It's pretty good, isn't it? Do you want to join our party?
Walks away.
That's
Chews on a watermelon turnip.
I tried.
I do my last riff
Goose.
on my lute, just
Goose.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank
as you
you,
finish
thank
your
you.
song, it is punctuated by the honk of a goose.
That
is
was
the dumbest
totally
sentence
planned.
I've said all day. As you finish your song, it is punctuated by the honk of a goose.
Yes. I walk up to Sylfie after she gets done, and I'll be like, I don't know if that was the same. I think it was the same goose, but it
I mean, it had to be, right?
it
How
made
often
me.
do you see geese?
Well, it kind of made me look like an asshole in front of
How
Clay.
Do you see domestic geese in a place where there are no farm animals?
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, he's a white goose. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not a Canada goose. He's a white farm goose.
I'm pretty sure that goose just made me look like an asshole on purpose.
Probably.
But I did ask him to join our party, and he very deftly said no. So,
I don't think a 1,000-year-old goose is going to want to run around with us idiots, but
I mean, you're not wrong. But still, would have been
Don't-
nice to have a goose that could, throw daggers.
that is true.
Just flicks it with
Yeah.
his
Okay.
face.
take it
Deadly
personally.
accuracy.
Don't
Fucking
take it
nat
personally.
20
I'm
on
sure.
everyone.
I'm sure he likes us. Just maybe,
He
doesn't
just
need a day job.
he just stole a bunch of food from the priest.
Is that our problem?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yep. Is
I'm
our
a
bucket ready
anti-hero.
yet?
Are they
Okay.
done? Fuck it. Where's my bucket?
Yeah.
Yeah, by this
Just get in
point, they
bucket,
are
bucket.
finishing up filling the bucket, the barrels, and the younger Goliath comes and brings it to you guys. And he looks a lot like Vokan. You can guess it's probably his son or grandson. But he hands it back to Sylfie and says, "Thank you. That's very generous of you. We appreciate it."
No
Sure.
problem. Just make sure to tell the tales of Sylfie Phelan, the great paladin of Teldonos who brought everyone water.
I don't require payment, just worship.
Only love.
Yes.
Um,
Adoration of the generations.
but
Small price. Small price.
he
It's
glances off.
paltry sum.
He glances off toward the west and says, "Well, it's a bit late in the day, but do you have passage to your next destination yet?"
Ooh.
We were. I think we were told that Annika was gonna find us a way to Wickapon Pine, or was she gonna find us? What did she say? She said
I
she
don't
had
remember.
friends
you
or
came
something.
You came from Ambro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She actually did a really poor job teleporting us here. Like, put us way out of the way. It
We
took
had to walk
days.
for a little while.
Well, the Elder Druid has never been here.
Well, but all the trees look the same.
That you have to know the tree personally.
point is, we
What?
have to
Yeah.
get.
To use transport via plants, you need to know the tree personally.
No, I say
Yeah.
that to him. This is Kit. Kit's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you talking to the tree?
It's like you sending spells.
Yes.
You have to
Yeah,
know
but
them.
can I send a message to a tree?
It is a living creature.
Can you talk tree?
I don't know.
I don't know if they can speak back,
I mean,
or
huh?
if they'll even understand you.
Interesting.
But regardless, being that you came from Amaro, of all places, which in itself is rather impressive. We do, of course, have lodgings for travelers, and if you still require passage, we can arrange for that. It'll take probably till tomorrow noon, but we can do it.
Okay. Yeah, I think Sylfie very much agrees that we can definitely stay overnight.
Yes.
Uh,
I'm sorry, I have dogs barking in the background, so.
You're good. Yeah, we can definitely stay. That's not a big deal. Where did you have a tavern? An inn? A hovel?
No. We have a guest home, and he.
A whole house. Wow.
He actually shows you down the street, not very far, to another one of these. Again, a lot of these houses look fairly similar. They're just not very big because people don't spend much time out indoors. So he brings you down to this slightly larger home that's sectioned into multiple bedrooms and has a little kitchen area to it as well. But he shows you inside and says, you can make use of this particular home, and we should be able to get you on your way tomorrow, assuming all goes smoothly.
Did I just hear geese? Someone.
Yes, there's geese here.
That's so great.
My calls attracted them.
Oh my god.
You'll learn this eventually. I am actual magic.
We already knew that.
I speak of the goose and his children. They come.
His Canadian children.
Yeah.
There's like honk
His
A.
cousin or his nephews.
Honk A.
You want some poutine, honk?
What? Yeah. Our milk comes in a bag, eh? Honk.
Why do people find that weird?
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't
It
come
makes more
in a
sense.
bag here.
Anyway, so yeah, there are real fucking geese here. And so let's stay. Yeah, we can stay here. This should be fine.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, anytime you need something to eat, just come by the longhouse. There's always something going, even late at night. We'll go on break here in a moment.
You're fine.
And if you need anything, let us know. My grandfather is, as you probably noticed, he's not really able to help out much with these sorts of things, but any of the other priests should be able to help. And you are, of course, welcome to revisit the statue of the Whalemother if there are any prayers or things that you need to do.
Okay.
Nate.
And at this point, the sun is starting to get a little, like, it's not low in the sky, but it's sort of like off. It's like 6 o'clock midsummer, so it's getting down a little further. And he excuses himself and he makes his way off. Your little group kind of scatters. Mia goes and just explores, because that's what Mia does. Clay spends a little time exploring, but you actually see him go off toward sort of the safe edge of the geyser to watch it and just enjoy the beauty. Bull sits himself down outside and just kind of enjoys sitting still for a second after like 5 days nonstop travel.
Kit is going to do something interesting. Kit is going to sneak off while everybody else is doing their thing and go down towards the water, down by the bay.
Stealth check.
Stealth. 16. Okay. So I'm going to go down by the bay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk out into the water. I'm going to pull out of my bag of components a tiny little caterpillar cocoon. And I'm going to cast Polymorph. And I'm going to turn myself into a... Go really fast. A dolphin.
Okay.
And
So, alright.
I am going to go... I'm going to explore and just see what I can see under the water.
Do you follow the road?
I would like to stay high towards the surface, but I do want to, like, kind of go over or
Weave
by
along.
the city. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How long does polymorph last?
1 hour. So I imagine I'll explore for, like, half hour, 45 minutes, and then kind of make sure I get back to shore in time.
Okay. As you're out just deep enough that when you turn, you just drop into the water and sort of zoom away. It takes you a moment to kind of get used to the new, like, the mechanics of this form, but being able to hold your breath for such a long time and being able to just slice through the water is like a super cool new experience. And as you take a deep breath and dive down, almost immediately you can see the road leading away, because underwater it just glitters. Even with the, like, dappled sunlight through the waves, it almost has this, like... I mean, we know what dappled sunlight looks like, but think of that, like, rolling over like a rainbow. Like this constant flux of light. And you just sort of weave your way along, going further away at some points, closer at others, and you see along the edges of the road the whole way down here, there are sunken, fallen over, some of them, some even broken, statues. There are even, like, little effigies made of mostly rotted wood by now, that are, like, staked into the ground. And you start to see the ruined foundations of buildings. Some of them weirdly big. And you eventually come across the edge of what was once a full-on wall. And you realize you're looking down toward what was once a fort, surrounded by a towering castle wall. The interior, there's no real traces of buildings left, because they were probably mostly made of wood. But you can see sort of like sectioned pieces of land inside where you can almost guess, like, there were the barracks, there were the stables. The major portion left is actually a stone bastion that is probably about 4 stories tall. The floors have fallen out of it because they were made of wood, but you can see this full structure still just standing. And at the very top of it, there is a rusted steel flagpole. And you see there's no flag left, but at the very top of it, at the top of the flagpole, there's this little figure of, for here, it would be a figure of a rearing black bear. You can kind of tell more by the like lanky limbs. But as you go beyond it, you start to see in the distance little, like, shafts of light, like as sun sweeps across them, almost like light going across the facet of a crystal, like the flat surface. You see these like lines of light drift across until you get close enough that even in the sort of murk of still relatively clean ocean water, there are huge glass walls in the distance, made of sort of these zigzagging strips. And it's almost like it was built to reflect the stone fort that you left. It's a similar size. And the towers, instead of being they're not very tall. They don't need to be because it's underwater. But the towers at the corners are not the round bastions. They're actually triangular. And at the top of them, you can see these platforms that have harpoon guns mounted to them. Looking at it from seafloor to the very top of the tallest building you can see, which to you almost looks like a glass cathedral. The very spire of the cathedral is probably about 10 feet under the surface. So the cathedral itself is probably a good 200 feet tall.
Jesus.
From the foundation to the spire. Within these outside of the walls, you can see these triangular structures built. It almost looks like a pyramid with one side open that lead underground. That are just set up almost like little houses or little tents. But you can see light filtering out of them. And within the walls, you see much more detailed buildings, again, made of this glassy substance. And it almost makes you think it's actually made of crystal, but how you can get crystal this big into these shapes, you have no idea. But the city is lit up with this gentle sort of filtered blue light. And you can see hundreds of figures from, again, floor to spire top, just swimming around, going about their business. You see these alabaster-skinned people, and a number of tritons, and then people that look like these merfolk, but with the more classic, like, fishtail bodies. And you do see, perched on towers and at the tops of some buildings, there are what you would recognize as marrow, which are generally regarded as, they're people, but they're considered monsters by most people. They seem to be guarding the place, and you see, sitting at the top of the spire on this almost like balcony, there is a figure just sort of floating there, holding on to the spire itself, just looking down over the city.
It's another Mothman.
They also have like the fishtail body. Sea life goes through here freely. So they're like, you even see things like that normally wouldn't be able to live this far north. More tropical fish that like keep low, and you feel this warmth rising off the city, likely caused by whatever lava vent is feeding the geyser, lava like vein. But all in all, it strikes you as literally a city of glass.
Cool. All right.
And nobody looks twice at you because you're a dolphin.
That's right. I'm a dolphin.
There are other dolphins here.
So that's my
Lorraine
dolphin
the
noise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just make my way back then after that.
Just wanted to look. All right. Well, you make your way back unbothered because you're a dolphin. Nobody cares. And as you make your way back toward the village, we'll take a break there.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll be back in like 10-ish.
10-ish, yeah.
Yar.
All right. And we're back.
We're back.
Hello, everybody.
A dinosaur
Hello.
story.
Yes. I've already made that joke before,
Oh,
so
yeah, we have.
I didn't want to make it again.
Backdrop. I got. Don't reveal the secrets.
Pay no attention
Not
to
the
the man behind the
secrets.
curtain.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
All right, so dawn breaks.
Oh, we went to bed. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to do something.
Nope.
All right.
I do have to pick
yes.
my spells.
In the morning, everything's very calm and gentle about this sort of village. Like, even through the night, the geyser going off didn't even bother you guys. And morning is, like, really quiet, and there's no, like, influx of loud people going to work. Everything's just sort of smooth. When you guys do get up, probably earlier in the morning, because you guys didn't stay up super late.
Before we go do anything,
Yeah.
Kit, are we in our own rooms or no?
You do have sectioned off rooms, yeah.
While I'm in my own room, I am going to... Give me just a second. Have to do something. I'm trying to be more mindful of my components and stuff like that. So... I'm going to cast Divination. So I'm going to light some incense. I'm going to need to buy components when I go someplace next. Then it says I also have to make a sacrificial offering appropriate worth at least 25 gold. So I will sacrifice something worth 25 gold. I don't know what that would be.
It can actually be 25 gold.
I will sacrifice 25 gold. And I will keep track of this more because I didn't realize that was such an expensive component to cast that spell.
Yeah.
So
the only things you truly need to keep track of are the things with gold values.
Okay. So I've cast it 4 times, so I'm just going to take 100 gold off my thing. So
Okay.
I'm going to cast Divination. I'm going to reach out to... Who's the god, or I'm assuming the goddess of the moon is a Diana?
No. Of the Balin pantheon?
Just someone, god of the moon.
Well, the ones you would know best from Balin are Zerai, goddess of war and goddess of the greater moon, or Elen, who is the goddess of love and the goddess of the lesser moon.
I'm going to reach out to the first one.
Zerai? Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to reach out to Zerai and ask, am I going to transform into a werewolf in 4 days?
Well, shit, if I'd known what your question was... Yeah, she's exactly the person to ask, because she's the person the werewolf and the berserker thing came from. She is the goddess of the berserkers.
Gotcha.
Anyway, that says Grimfrost, but Berserker.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, reaching out to her, because the greater red moon, is related to werewolf transformations.
Oh. Werewolves loved it.
Indeed. The first thing you get in response from her, and let me qualify this by saying Zerai is an intense entity. She is super energetic. I mean, she's a goddess of war, but she's also regarded for being sort of the patroness of competition and good sportsmanship and honor. So she's intense. But what you immediately get from her is not intensity, it is verging on pity. And a much softer response than you would have expected from her. And in your mind's eye, instead of a sort of direct, like, yes, you're gonna turn into a fucking werewolf, what you see is the comparatively fast orbit of the lesser golden moon around the greater red moon. And as both come to full, the golden moon is perfectly framed by the red moon. It's exactly in front of it during the full moon and exactly behind it during the new moon. You see the golden moon framed, and you feel, rather than see, this almost like rippling of almost like needles running over your skin. And then the vision sort of blurs, and turns more grayish. And then your vision pans down to seeing yourself standing in your shifted form, but that shifted form getting more and more intense and worse and more animalistic until you can't tell it's Coyote at all. It becomes full-on Wolfe. And you are looking at a towering, just humongously muscular werewolf figure with your eyes.
Does she show me anything beyond that? Like,
No.
not how I'm behaving or anything?
Nope, that's not what you asked.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
I'm good.
Okay. So you all step out for the day.
Oh man, I feel so relaxed. Don't you, kids? Don't
Yes.
you feel like so relaxed?
Oh yeah,
right
that
now?
sushi really hit the spot.
Yeah, right. I pooped like great yesterday. It was awesome.
That was fast.
Yeah. Fast pooper. That's now canon.
Wow.
About
Sylfie's a fast pooper.
yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry,
Jesus.
Taiylor.
It's less the content I'm laughing about and more just the ridiculousness.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
no,
Did you make a nice poop?
Working on it.
Oh, okay. Take your time. Not everyone can be as advanced.
Okay, Aaron Hansen.
Jesus. How about you, Clay? How did you sleep?
Clay, he looks fairly relaxed as he comes out of his room. He's like, fine, I guess. I'm good.
Cool.
Bull, Mia, everybody good?
Bull
everybody,
is not there.
everybody fucking sleep.
Where's Bull?
Where's Bull? God
As-
damn it! Who lost the big guy?
As Mia
How do
comes
you
out,
use him?
she's just kind of like stretching, and she looks around. She's like, yeah, where is Bull?
Teeny tiny little feet stretch.
Is the sound
Yeah.
she makes.
And she just like kicks one leg back real weird.
Yeah.
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 How do we lose him?
How?
Like,
Excuse me. Is there a child? Child.
can we find a child, please?
I need a child here.
Child? Where's the child?
Where's the
You guys are
child?
inside a building.
I thought we were outside.
There can't
No,
be. There
you
could
just
be
came
children.
out of your rooms.
Oh, I thought we were
Let's go
outside.
outside.
Let's go outside.
Okay.
Is there a child?
Child, is there a child?
Where is? We need a child, please.
Hello,
A
child.
small passing halfling boy stops and looks at you guys.
Child. Hi.
Hi.
You're a child. You're not just small, right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
like 11.
have you
Great.
seen like a giant hairy man walking around?
Like a man or something else?
A bugbear.
Like a yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he points southward.
What does that mean?
He's at the statue last I saw him.
Oh.
Oh, he's
okay.
down by the bay. Oh, you could have just
Where
said
the
that.
watermelon turnips
Where the
grow.
watermelon
Yeah.
turnips grow.
Yeah.
Peninsula.
Okay. Well,
I flip him a copper piece. Thanks,
He-
bud.
He catches it. He doesn't know what a coin is at this
Cool.
point in his life.
Well,
he's 11 and he doesn't know what a coin is.
They don't get visitors very often.
Hmm.
that's a little keepsake from Sylfie Phelan, Paladin of Taldanost.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him anything.
Thanks.
Thank you, small child. And
Yeah,
then I start
thanks.
walking down by the bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
follow.
Gotta get those watermelon turnips.
God help you if you ever DM a game I'm in.
Oh, I can't wait until we actually come across a bay. I'm gonna be like, look at this nice peninsula.
I will never tell you it's a bay. I'll be like, oh, that's a harbor. Oh, that's an inlet. Oh, that's a river mouth.
We
It will
should
never
do that.
be
We
a
should
bay.
do like one shots.
Oh, where
the
we
other one
swap?
DMs.
Oh, Jesus. I could
I
handle
would
that.
fucking love that.
That'd be fine. We can do that.
Yeah.
Because when I'm a player, I go off. I get really into it.
You can get some revenge.
Well,
on
not
us.
just that, but like I get really into my character. So if I play an excitable character, you can bet I'm going to be bouncing off the walls. I would love to play Bull in
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing?
He ate.
I'm
food.
chewing.
That's fine.
You just can't show your feet or fall asleep.
Oh,
Yeah, Twitch is famous for mukbangs. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Eat as much as you want.
that's
people
not a
love it.
word.
Yes, it is.
Let's.
Well,
Are we going?
People
going-
call it mukbang.
It's
Oh,
a
I've seen
mukbang.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we going
Yes.
down by the bay peninsula?
Down by the
Those are two
peninsula.
opposite things, but whatever.
Down
Make
by
your
the
way.
peninsula.
But it's like Banicula.
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, you make your way down the road, and you can see Bull from a distance before you even get close. He's huge. But you see him just sitting actually on the beach near the statue, just looking out at the sea.
I put my hand on Kip's shoulder. I'm like, maybe we shouldn't disturb him. He's having like a moment.
You know how Bull is, though. He's like emotional and weird.
Yeah, so maybe he could like have a little bit of him time, have a moment between him and Taldanas. I don't want to go barging in there like
Why
we
does he
always
need
do.
any time between Taldanas?
I don't know. He's doing it, isn't he? Like I don't want to like be like how we usually do, where we barge into a room and be like, "Hey, did we ruin the mood?" And we totally did.
I guess we can wait like 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, we'll just see. We'll wait and see.
1 or 2 minutes pass.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, I'm bored.
You do see, as he's sitting there, that in the distance, coming from the eastern coast where you guys were going toward, a large schooner, so still a small ship, but a large schooner comes around the actual point and begins to slow out in front of the statue.
Oh, there's a boat.
Yeah, they said they were going to get you way off the island.
I got a boat.
And as it comes in and lowers its anchor, you're so
You're
distracting.
trying, yeah, you're just trying to be stealthy and
It's not
Yeah,
working.
no.
There's too much. That's
yeah,
more
just do
distracting.
that whenever you take a bite. That's less distracting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bull stands up as the ship slows and puts down its anchor. And you see a rowboat lowered into the water as a few crewmen come to shore.
We like walk up to Bull. We're like, hey, buddy.
Morning.
What you doing?
Well, I went for a run, and then I took another nap. And then I went for another run, and then I found myself here.
Just thinking.
Enjoying sitting still for a moment.
Told you. Smack him on the arm.
You
Told
said he was having a moment.
Yes! A quiet moment.
You guys are just yelling at each other in front of him.
He can sit and talk. He doesn't need to be.
He's around us all the time. Of course he would want some sort of quiet
He loves
time.
to talk. He's the
Guys.
talkingest damn thing I've ever seen.
Guys, it's okay.
No, it's not okay. He didn't want to respect your boundaries.
I gave him a solid 1.5 minutes.
Guys,
50 seconds.
I don't believe that. You're man
it's not a
measuring.
big deal.
How dare you?
Guys.
Horrible. Stop. Stop.
How
and
was your run?
Clay walks up and he like pushes the two of you apart, and he like puts a hand on Bull's back and says, "All right, what's up, buddy?"
Oh
And
God, here comes the gay.
Bull just sort of like furrows his brows. He's like, "Nothing. I'm just can I just sit and enjoy the ocean?"
No, you're part of this group, and everybody here is emotionally damaged, so you must be too.
I'm pretty okay.
You're not part of the group anymore.
That's not true. You're still part of the
You
group.
can come with us. You're just exiled.
No, you're not exiled.
And Mia walks up as well.
Speaking of emotionally damaged,
Oh God.
What do you mean?
she's
Yeah,
a
maybe you should-
slave.
That was Mia saying that to you. Because you decided to say, hey, speaking of emotionally damaged, when a person walked up. Because that's not mean or anything.
Aren't we all?
Mia ignores you, and
That's
walks up beside Ball with Clay, and she's like, "Okay, but actually, what's wrong?" And Ball like kind of tucks his head into his shoulders. He's like, "Nothing. I'm fine. Just kind of homesick."
Oh.
Oh, well, that's all you had to say.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a big deal.
It doesn't matter if it's not a big deal. I asked. I am curious. Wandering minds, curious minds want to know, not wandering minds.
I'm okay.
Ball.
Do you want to see a firework?
I feel like when you're involved, that's not a very safe idea.
Would it be safer if Sylfie set it on fire?
No.
Oh.
Fair. That tracks.
It's like,
We'll save it for another time.
Yeah, we should probably like get on the boat.
Are they here?
Probably.
Did the boat arrive?
They are
we saw
coming
it
to
arrive.
shore.
Oh. Well, hi, boat boys.
Well, hi.
Yeah, you do see
hi.
Sylfie, the first thing you notice is all of these men have Arbiter tattoos. On the sides of their necks. And one of them, who is maybe like 28-ish, has a like sideburns but no like facial hair up front, short kind of crew cut hair, auburn. Just sort of jaunts right up to you guys, and he's just like, "Good morning."
I have a hand
got-
on the javelin.
Yeah, I'm like tensing up and like pretty close. I'm gonna unsheath my
He
great
has-
sword.
He has a dazzling smile.
Who are you and what do you want?
State your business.
I'm
State your business.
I'm apparently your ride. Sylfie?
Who wants to know?
Your ride.
Who sent you? Who do you work for?
Vocon.
Who the fuck is Vocon?
The Goliath guy who
Oh!
we talked to.
Sorry.
That happened like a
You
half hour
don't read
ago.
my recaps. You don't care about the work I put into this stream. You don't remember my NBCs.
This is just Kit. Kit's just like, who the fuck is Vocon? I
The
don't trust
Goliath
you.
guy that we talked to yesterday.
So
There was a Goliath.
Th-
I'm just kidding.
Do you folks need a ride?
Where are you taking us?
Wick upon Pine, apparently.
What's up with those tats?
He didn't tell you?
He left that little detail
Yeah,
out.
actually, we were told that every time an Arbiter shows up, there's a hurricane. So, like,
Oh, no. We live here.
Are you playing two sides?
Yes. See, you got it.
Alright.
Hold on. Just
Well,
he like straightens up his like vest and his shirt. I need a name for this guy because
hang on. Before we go any further here, I would like us to all get in the zone.
The auto zone?
The zone of truth, if you will.
Oh.
Is that okay with you, Arbiter boys?
And he looks back at his crew and they all kind of shrug and he's like, yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
I resist.
Alright. Charisma save.
Fuck.
Chorizo save.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, you failed.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I should probably... Aha! I succeed.
You are aware that none of them tried to resist.
Okay. So just so we're clear, can you repeat that you are playing two sides? You're not really arbiters. You're men on the inside.
Former arbiters, actually.
Okay.
These guys maybe not, but I was born here, in Enoch. Soma, by the way, and he offers out a hand to shake.
I shake.
Says, I was born here and I fucked up as a teenager and joined the Arbiters. Came back, mended my ways, and now he motions up to the statue. Now I sail for the Whalemother.
Ah,
Ah, yes, the whale mom.
another waylight. Like
Sure.
myself. Great. Cool.
Another whalkalite.
Well, that was better.
But yeah, we're supposed to be your ride, so hop on because we got some ground to make up.
Cool. Let's go, Kit, unless you have something that you would like to tell the truth on. Now's the time.
There is
You're aware
absolutely.
that he succeeded.
I did not. I failed.
No, he
You
failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing that I would wish to tell you at this point in time. Let's go! And then I go and get on the boat.
Let's go!
I don't.
Oh yeah, you guys all jump in the little rowboat, and it takes 2 trips to get you all back. But you are brought to the ship, which is made of beautiful dark redwood. I
like how you try to be sneaky, but you take these gigantic bites.
You're just like yeah.
This is how I eat.
It's okay. I do too.
I don't take gigantic bites. I use small spoons, and they just look like big bites. Because I don't eat with those spoons that don't fit in your mouth.
I believe you.
Mm-hmm. Besides, it's fried rice. I want as much as I can get.
That's true. I do agree with that.
Put it in my mouth.
You did. That's why you're chewing.
Wow.
What?
Oh, we didn't ask this chuckle fuck what his name was.
He said it
He
was
said
Soma.
his name was Soma.
I'm so sorry. Who's Vokodo? Vokan?
Vokan.
Vokan?
It's not Makoto. That's the god from Critical
Who's
Role,
this
right?
asshole who's taking us on? Who am I? Where are we? Kit has very advanced
are we
dementia.
playing a game?
No wonder we never get anything done in 4 hours.
I have no idea what's going on.
Anyway, the ship, you see as you get closer, it has its, it does not have its name like printed on the side like some military ships do. But as you get up to it with Soma, he offers the ladder to you guys first. He says, "You're welcome aboard. Welcome to the Polycrest."
Ooh. Does that mean you guys are all like a
Poly?
thing?
No.
Oh.
Why do I have to explain the
Cool.
name of the ship every time?
I mean, go ahead. if you
Uh,
want.
Feel
So-
free.
He sighs, and
You're
you hear
so
his
practiced.
You hear his crew laugh, and he's just like, a polycrest is a type of remedy that has like broad uses. So like a cure-all.
That's not as cool as
As you all being
you all
weirdly
being
involved with
like
each other.
together.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
of us might be. I mean,
You
it's not
could
my
rename
business.
it to the polycule, and then
Right now, it sounds like something you brush dentures with.
well, it does actually. Yeah.
My polycrest sticks them to my mouth and it cleans them at the same time.
I named it the Polycrest because my little sister's name is Remedy. It's named after her.
Oh.
I
Okay. You could have just
you
called
could
it
have
the
named
remedy.
it Remedy.
Yeah, that might be a better idea. Whatever, it's a stolen ship. I'll name the next one Remedy.
There we go.
Okay.
So now that we've thoroughly like ruined your boat,
Yeah, we're gonna sail away on the polyamorous ship.
let's get going. When's
I mean,
the
if you're into
orgy?
that.
When's the orgy? I'm sorry,
Every
it's board
Tuesday at
games and
midnight.
hammocks, excuse you.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday at midnight.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, get on the fucking boat.
I'm on the boat. We're on a
Alright.
boat.
Yeah, he climbs up with you guys, and the rower takes the boat back to get the rest of the people. And you had to come in two groups because he brought people ashore with him. And Bull's big.
Big boy.
He big boy.
Big boy.
But yes, the ship is a lovely dark redwood all around, and it has sort of cream-colored sails, and all the railings are much like darker, sort of like a stained pine. He immediately shows you below decks. This schooner only has two lower decks, and so there aren't really cabins, but you are assigned like hammocks that you can
It
sleep
is
in.
the polyamorous boat. All poly
All
people have
ships.
hammocks.
All.
No, that's fucking true. That is the truth.
Is
I
that
don't
like-
have a hammock.
Is
Well-
that like a rectangle like square situation where it's like all polyamorous people have hammocks, but not all people who have hammocks are polyamorous?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I learned something.
Hammocks and board games.
hmm
Oh nope, they blinked. Okay, cool. Internet's working.
Oh no!
Just waiting.
Oh no,
They
their
dropped
internet is
again.
down.
Their internet is down. Blink.
I guess
Yeah.
we're gonna have to drive this boat all by ourselves.
Anyway, Soma shows you two hammocks where you can set your stuff down. And once everybody's situated, the ship just straight up takes off. There's no farewell. There's just let's get the fuck going.
Oh.
But yeah, they turn the ship about.
You got the
and
bucket
you,
back, right?
You head east. Yes,
Okay.
you do have the bucket
I
back.
have the bouquet.
The bouquet.
Okay.
All right, so-
Sailing over the ocean blue.
Yeah. Sail away, sail away, sail away.
Boo-doo, boop, boop, boop.
Every night in my dreams.
I go up to the bow of the ship and I just like hold my arms out and I'm like, I'm flying, Kit.
I'm flying, Jack. Kit
Anyway.
throws you overboard.
No. Game over.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to move that.
This silence brought to you by nothing because we are sponsored by no one.
True.
Okay, so your journey with good weather and a ship this fast is going to be about 7 days
7 days.
to land in Wickapon Pine.
And that'll put us on time for when we told Marin to meet us, right? Is that going to be like the day? that we get in, or
I feel like they're
You
going to be ahead of
told-
us.
You told her to meet you in 10 days.
10
So you'll be
days.
there 3 days early. But being
well,
that they're
what day
not...
did we? What
Yeah,
day
because
did
we were
talk
still
to her?
walking down the island when we messaged her.
Yeah,
And then we stayed a night. So
I would
Hold
think
on.
that we would get there that day. Then.
Hold on.
yeah. Stay hydrated, kids.
Indeed.
Yeah. Be like us and drink Barks root beer.
No, sponsorship,
or-
not a sponsorship.
Or this barcode.
Or this silver can of weird
Okay.
beer made
So
from roots.
you'll get there the day before the meeting day.
Ah,
Cool.
snap.
I
They
like
will
that.
most likely be there early as well because they don't have as far to go.
true.
I'm gonna turn into a werewolf on a boat. We're just sailing. We're sailing away.
I'm not gonna make you guys sit through 7 boring days plus a werewolf.
Well, yeah. Well,
transformation.
Sylfie.
We'll
yeah,
pause for the
Sylfie-
werewolf transformation.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sylphie's just like, wow, Kit, isn't this great that we're gonna be on this boat for 7 days and nothing weird's gonna happen?
this
we can have
weird
like,
metagaming thing.
great.
Yeah. The
I
first-
love boats.
The first
What?
3 days are shut up. The first 3 days are pretty chill. You guys are just hanging out. Being that you are kind of guests of honor, you aren't expected to do any work, though it is appreciated if you help. Bull is, he does his laps around the boat, obviously. It's a much smaller boat this time, so that he has to make more laps. It's like just a fly buzzing around. Mia joins him. Clay looks supremely at home. He likes these sort of smaller ships, and you actually see him getting involved with a lot of the work. Even though he's not like any kind of powerhouse, he knows what work is like aboard a ship. So you find him like up in the rigging every so often, up in the crow's nest, just
Kids.
helping out.
Climbing
And,
all over shit.
On the 4th day, you do get hit by a minor rainstorm. Doesn't really slow you down, but the ship does move further away from the island that you're sailing near, just in case, to keep you away from the rocks.
As that day goes on, I can see when the sun is starting to get low, right?
Yeah.
Getting real
Okay.
low, sun's going
'Kay.
down.
Let me know when we
It
get there.
is- Well, it's the night of the 25th.
Yeah, which
that's
is
the full moon.
there were 4 days when we left, and this is the 4th day, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. The rain does start to clear up toward the end of the day, enough to the point that as sunset hits, the sun actually appears below the clouds
Okay.
and begins to sink down.
I grab Sylfie, and I pull her to the front of the boat, away from
I
everybody
was-
else.
I was playing my board game in my hammock.
We are gonna have to wait.
Oh,
Sorry, this is really, really, actually super important.
okay.
Do you remember when we... Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I was gonna say the 25th night of September. Wow, we can't have a serious
I know.
moment.
That's because I'm getting all anxious about it, and I'm like, gotta make a joke. So, do you remember when we fought Vinrath Courser?
I mean, yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
He bit me. Stop.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't think it would be a big deal, but I cast divination a couple days ago, and it's gonna happen
When?
tonight
You did, so you thought
in like an hour.
you thought now
so if
was
you
a
could-
great time to
Well,
bring
yeah,
it up,
I'm
bring that
gonna
up?
I'm gonna give you the rope I have. If you could like make sure I don't kill anybody, because
Did
I
you-
don't know.
Did your divination have you tied up?
No. it just showed that I was turning into a werewolf because that's what I asked. I didn't think to ask if I was going to have control of myself. So, yeah.
Well, I think Vinrath does, doesn't he? Like,
He does because he's been one for a long time.
I guess.
This will be my first time. This is my werewolf virginity.
It doesn't sound as fun as...
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay,
where do you want me to tie you up? Oh.
is there like, do they have a brig here? Like some cells?
No.
Really strong, powerful. Okay.
It's too small.
It's a schooner.
Maybe. Could you guys put me on the rowboat and tow me behind?
But what happens? What if you break out of it? Are you going to be able to swim?
Most dogs can swim.
Okay, but now you're tied up.
No, just leave me on the... I'm sure that you don't have any chains. We don't have any chains.
I don't think so.
The rope is probably going to break. It won't even be worth doing. I don't have anything to stop this.
I'm looking...
Oh, maybe I do, actually.
I'm looking at my... I could cast... I thought I unlearned sleep. But I guess I didn't. I could cast sleep
It's a
on
sleeper
you.
campaign. You couldn't unlearn it.
I can't save myself.
I could cast sleep on you, and then you'd just be asleep the whole time.
But when I turn, am I going to come to? I guess you could cast it again. Why don't you
Yeah.
just wait and see how I react?
Okay. Do you want me to try casting it right now, or do you want me to wait until you go?
Just wait.
Okay. Okay.
How far away can I be for you to do that?
90 feet. And I don't think this boat is 90 feet long.
Put me
Oh, it's more than 90 feet.
It is? Okay.
put me on the rowboat and tow me behind, and then put me to sleep so I can't get to anybody.
Okay.
If I have control, I will give you a signal somehow.
Give me a little, like, caw or something.
Sure. Something that a werewolf wouldn't do.
Yeah. Are you alright?
No.
Okay.
Do
need
you want to...
like- Well, I don't know. I don't know. Do you need a hug or something? Have we ever hugged? I don't think we've ever hugged. That'd be weird, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Wait, we should let Soma know what's going on, and we should probably tell the others.
Yeah, we need to tell everybody because
Yeah.
if this is going to be a continuous monthly thing, I think they're going to figure it out eventually.
It's probably going to be continuous.
Okay. Well, would you like me to do that, or would you like to be in control of that narrative yourself?
I'll let you tell him.
Okay. Cool.
I'm just going to stay over here. I'm going to stay over here.
Okay.
And if I feel anything weird, I am jumping off the boat.
Okay. I'm gonna do something for you here. I can get my Stone of Truth back. Sweet. I'm gonna cast Command on you.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Command on you, and I'm going to say, calm.
I won't resist.
Okay. DM, how does that work?
Well, in that case, Kit, you are overcome with a sudden calmness of mind, and it is as if nothing can possibly bother you.
Okay.
The world is at peace.
I just
Good.
gave you a magical Xanax.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I will say that as soon as I start to feel something weird, I am going to cast resistance on myself. But like I just want to make sure you know that I'm like prepped to do it, so it doesn't sound like I'm like, oh, I cast resistance, kind of thing.
While he's doing that, I'm going to go around to everybody. I'm gonna be like, hey, so conference to, like, I'll gather around, like, our party members and then Soma. Be like, hey team, everyone's doing such a good job. Like, thank you all so much for trying your hardest. We're doing great. Quick little thing that is going on right now. So,
Hey,
Kit,
Jason.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like the peppy supervisor.
You're doing it very
You're doing
good.
it.
Good. So, quick little situation. Kit informed me that he is going to turn into a werewolf. So, just be aware of that. We should have it all under control, but we may need a little backup if necessary, but it should be fine. So just keep those spirits up and go team go. All right. See y'all later.
Bull looks terrified and concerned. Clay looks similar. Mia looks mostly terrified.
She's a
and
She's a
Soma
little popcorn chicken.
Soma looks mostly mildly perturbed. He says, "You brought a werewolf on
All right,
mission."
listen. That is not me.
Yeah, I'm
He
aware.
didn't tell me. So, but listen, he's going through some stuff right now. So I wouldn't blame him about that. We all go through stuff, right? You know, I'm going through stuff. Mia's going through stuff.
Listen,
Clay's going through stuff.
as long as he doesn't hurt anybody,
He won't.
I
I'll
don't
make
care.
sure of it.
but if he does hurt any of my crew, we're gonna have to have some words. And by words, I mean harpoons.
Listen. Soma. I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm a paladin of Tall Dunost.
So,
I think I know what I'm doing.
I don't think you do.
That's debatable. So,
Look,
you have your opinion, I have mine. It's fine. That's what makes the
Look.
world go round.
you and your friends are honored guests,
Thanks.
but I need to protect my own.
I get it.
All right. As long as we have that understanding.
Yeah. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing
hope
bad's
so.
gonna happen. We will need to borrow that little schooner for like a hot
It's a
second.
rowboat.
The rowboat.
Yeah.
The schooner is the,
The
ship.
schooner's the
Oh.
whole boat.
I don't know. That little dinghy, we're gonna need to borrow it.
That's fine.
Cool. Carry on, everybody. And I walk
Let's
back
go
over to Kit.
back to those phones.
Remember, the customer can hear you smile.
No, they can't.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling. I'm gonna fucking help you. Frap just day.
I go over to Kit and I'm like, okay, they all know.
Okay.
So
Kit, you feel a tiny set of arms wrap around your leg. It's Mia.
I almost kick it.
It's
I
Mia.
almost kick it.
You see her coming.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Mia.
She's like that guy's wife in Escanaba in the Moonlight. She's just like right in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's like, oh God, how did you do that? Anyway, continue. Sorry, she's got weird powers.
Yeah. She just wraps her arms around your leg because it's as high as she can reach. She's like, "Are you okay, kid?"
No, but
Okay. At
This-
least you're honest with yourself.
this is my first time. It's a little scary.
It's all our first times, I think.
It's all our first times. You're going to look especially tasty, so I would like you to please stay out of the way, because
yeah,
you
Mia,
are.
why don't you go down below?
You're
can
kind
just
of a
go-
wingding, not gonna lie.
I'll
Your
be
little
o-
drumstick.
I'll be okay. I just want to make sure you don't eat anybody else.
I will do my best to not eat as many people as humanly possible.
She just hugs your leg.
Oh my god. Affection.
Yeah. Clay and Bull come over as well, and
I swear to God, if either of you fucking hug me,
Clay like was starting to raise his arms, and he puts them back down.
don't touch me, boy.
But like, do you want to hug?
No.
He's not a hugger.
Do you though?
Clay, do you want to die?
No, you're not going to let me. So, do you want to hug?
Shush.
Okay.
He's not.
Bull
yeah.
comes up and hugs you.
Motherfuck.
It's Bull. Come on.
God.
He's endearing as hell.
I just
Lucky,
glare
isn't
into his chest first.
What? Did you just have a stroke?
Yes.
I just glare into his chest first. But yeah, he hugs you, whether you like it or not.
Okay.
up
Someone
my
put me on the
backdrop
boat.
again.
Someone put me on the boat. Getting on the boat. Going on the boat. Going on the boat. Boat.
Yeah. Bull brings you over and helps you down onto it, and they begin leading out the line behind.
Hand
the ship.
Mia back up. Be like, someone take the leg warmer.
She's honestly, she kind of doesn't want to leave you alone, but
Nope.
Bull takes her back.
Not
and-
coming with me, Wingding.
Wait, this is why Kit doesn't have any friends.
Kit is so lovable.
I know, but he doesn't have any friends.
He may someday. Okay. So, I'm on the boat. I'm on a boat.
You're on the boat. Yeah. Bull takes the
I'm on a boat.
line up
You're
to
on
the
a boat.
stern and ties it off. You're probably a good. To keep out of the wake of the ship, you're probably let out about 100 feet.
Oh no, gotta reel me in a little.
Why?
Because I have to be within 90 feet.
He reels you into 89 feet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're just like, a little closer!
A little closer!
A little more, couple inches.
Little more! There we go. Yeah, right there.
There's no one who can do a spell that can like give me like better vision, right? I don't think so. Just so I can see him better, but
Mia and Bull both look at you and like, we don't do magic.
It's gonna be a full moon. Should be plenty of light.
okay. I'll do my darndest.
Hold on, Clay might be able to help you with that.
And at last I see the light.
Oh, DM.
Yeah, actually, Clay would be able to help you. Well, it's the range isn't good enough. Dark vision only goes 60 feet.
Oh. Well, it's okay. DM, question. Is it common knowledge for me to know if werewolves are immune to charm or not?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'll let you make a history check,
Okay.
but it's very unlikely.
Ooh, it was a pretty good history check. It was an unnatural 20.
Fuck, okay.
Yuck.
You know that werewolves they're not immune to anything magical,
Okay.
but they are immune to many types of physical damage without silvered weapons.
Okay.
But no resistance to charm or magic.
What about poison?
Nope, no immunities or resistances to any like conditions either.
Okay. All right. Cool. I guess I'll just wait and watch.
All right. The sun is beginning to disappear below the horizon as Kit's little little boat bobs up and down behind the schooner, just tugged along.
I call out to him, "How you doing over there? I can't see what you're doing. Are you sticking up your middle finger at me?"
I'm fine.
Okay. Just holler if you're not.
Holla.
I can be your holla back girl. I don't know what that is. That might be bad.
All right, Gwen Stefani.
The evening wears on.
Oh boy.
Is everybody watching?
A good number of people stick
Cool.
around to watch for a while, but when nothing happens, they're all like, okay,
Is the
like,
moon out?
yell when something happens. Yeah, the sky has gotten clear. The moon is out.
I've got
And-
resistance ready, and I'm sitting with my back to the ship.
Looking up at the moon, you guys can see that as the moons rise, the golden moon is off center still. But as it gets
So it's
higher
gotta
in the
be,
sky,
like-
they'll eventually come across. Yes, basically the moment that this happens is exact
cross.
full moon moment.
Okay.
But the evening wears on. And because it's midsummer, it takes a long time.
I guess we could have held off a little bit, but should have peed
Well,
before I went
You
on this
didn't.
boat.
I mean, you can pee off the side.
That's true.
You don't know the mechanics of werewolves, so
It's true.
you didn't know if it was going to happen at dark or at midnight or
True.
whatever.
I take my lute out and I start strumming like a nice little ditty.
Aloha, boy.
Sure.
Aloha. That's
Yeah.
the American
You
white
can't
version of that song.
inspire me, can you, from that far?
Well, hold on. I think it's 30 feet.
No.
Let me see.
Reel me in and let me go again.
Oh, it's 60 feet. Or no, that's divine sense. Hold on. Where's my inspiration? Where's my bardic inspiration? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, 60 feet.
Okay.
Do you want to inspire anybody else?
Oh god.
Because
What?
keep in mind, Clay is also a caster.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll inspire Clay.
That bitch is inspired.
The
I'm
music
like-
that's on right now has like cows and shit, and it does not not fitting what we're doing. It's literally doing that.
I turn to Clay to inspire him and I go, "Hey, listen. If shit goes south, you got this. Okay? You're the man. You're the straight up G." That's how I inspire him.
Wow.
I'm so inspirational.
I haven't felt this straight since ever.
Should have known. Growing up on the seas, getting all that booty.
Listen, a lot of pirates were gay.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Why do you think they called it booty? Anyway,
Yeah.
that's not actually true.
I know.
Um,
What are you talking about?
I know you know, but I feel like if you say something out loud on the internet, you need to qualify it.
True.
But yes, the night continues, and it is almost midnight, Kit, as you're watching the moon, and
It's
you're
the
starting,
first
you're like
midnight.
having a moment where you're like, you glance at it every so often, you're like, oh god, here it comes, but it's not quite yet, because it
Resistance.
looks centered, but eventually you're just kind of waiting and glancing every so often, and at one point you feel almost like a sting in the place where you were bitten.
Mm-hmm. Resistance.
And then your skin starts to like prickle like with needles.
Well,
It does not feel good.
well,
And then it starts to get stronger like bee stings. And let's see, what does resistance do?
It gives me advantage on, or it gives me a plus D4 to saving throws and ability checks. Just one though. And it only lasts for 1 minute.
Okay. You watch as your features begin to elongate, as if you're shifting. And you see the familiar fur start to grow, but then it gets darker, and there's too much of it, and your hands elongate, and you can feel the fangs growing in, but then your face starts to pull outward, and it feels almost like somebody's trying to literally rip your jaw out of the front of your skull. And you feel your clothing start to pull as you're too big to fit into it, and eventually as it's starting to choke you, you just have to reach up and like rip the collar open.
Forgot about that.
In the distance, Sylfie, you watch the sort of huddled mass that is Kit begin to grow and shift and sort of writhe with pain. And you see when he pulls his head up again, you see these tall, pointed ears on the tops of his head that are, well, they would be pulled back at the moment. It's not cute. It is not cute. I cannot stress that how much it is not cute.
Not doing the carnival dancing or whatever.
But I need Kit. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. And I can use my resistance still?
Yes.
Okay. Wisdom. Oh shit. Saving throw?
Yeah.
21.
Oh, you just... Fuck you. So the transformation does go on. But as it's happening and the pain turns into like this constant burning sensation, like growing all of this fur almost feels like rash
22.
for a while. Fuck you.
I forgot about my ring.
You find yourself watching all of this and still being able to comprehend what's happening. There's no moment where you feel in danger of losing control.
Mm-hmm.
And when it finally stops and you realize you feel amazing and powerful, and you look back toward your friends, they're still your friends. You don't want to hurt any of them.
Can I lift up my hands? My claws, my paws, my man paws, and be like,
Oh, that's a signal. That's a signal. Everything's fine. Everything's good. That was the signal.
do I feel the overwhelming urge to howl?
No, you're still you.
Oh.
Hey, buddy. Can you talk words?
Can
No.
I speak words?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's a no.
That's a no.
All right. Can you give one howl for yes and two howls for no?
Oh.
Okay. All right.
That's too many.
Do you feel like in control enough where we can bring you back in?
Next to you, Sylfie, you hear someone say, "I'd rather you didn't."
Well, he seems fine. He seems fine. Let's...
No. Mm-mm.
All right. Well, this dickwad isn't letting me do it, so you're gonna have to
Listen.
stay out there. Is that okay?
How fast can I swim?
Same.
I
same
will
spell.
grab the rope and start pulling myself
God.
towards the ship.
Shit. I knew this was gonna happen whether you were like lost yourself or not. I was like, don't do it, guys. It's not gonna work. But yeah.
That's what we did.
Kit grabs the rope and starts pulling himself closer to the ship. And Soma's like, I'm not comfortable with this.
Well, you know what? He's a big, bucking werewolves, so I don't think we have much of a choice now, do we?
I mean...
And Soma looks over at you. He says, well, you two are lucky you're pretty. And he begins pulling in the rope too.
I knew this place was down with orgies.
Oh my god.
Sure.
While I'm pulling myself close, I'm going to use my shape changer, and I'm going to shift myself so that I looked like Kit again.
Hold on.
I can use my action.
You're cheating the system.
I'm not cheating the system. I'm using what it says on the fucking link.
Yes.
You mother fluffer, you're cheating the system.
You mother fluffer.
I mean, that's why I sent you the full thing, was if you could control yourself, you could do any of the things. But if you couldn't control yourself, you wouldn't change back. So Kit just pops back to his normal self.
Well, I'm just like doing like the one hand, like pulling the rope, and I just like back to me again.
You are suddenly so much weaker.
Oh, it drops the form?
You said you wanted to shape change into your human form.
It said I could
Humanoid.
use polymorph, so I thought I could just like polymorph into me.
Yes, but you turn back in polymorph, you use the physical stats of the thing you are.
But it goes away after an hour, right?
The werewolf thing ends after an hour.
Oh!
Hang on a second.
Okay, I don't want to... Okay.
But a werewolf who can control their change into a werewolf, which you cannot yet, that'll take some more practice on your part.
Okay. Then is it possible for me to reach up, instead of doing that, is it possible for me to reach up and like hit the magical hat and turn myself back to look like myself?
That wouldn't quite work because your werewolf form is... It's iffy. Hold on, let me grab
I mean,
the
even
hazard
if I'm
stats.
like a much bigger Kit, like that's fine.
Hold on.
I just want to make them comfortable.
You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller and can appear any body shape as long as it's bipedal. Can't change your body type. Yep. So you would be a tall Kit.
Okay.
A buff tall Kit.
A very buff tall Kit. I'm cool with that.
So your ideal self.
Yes. Basically, yeah. Okay.
But keep in mind that under the illusion, you're still werewolf shaped.
That's fine.
Okay. God damn it.
What?
I wanted you to fuck shit up.
I kind of did too, but I'm also glad that I didn't.
But again, keep in mind that while yes, you are afflicted with the werewolf curse, you can, if you have mental control of yourself, you can change back, but you cannot change into a werewolf or the hybrid form, or the wolf form.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. I now look like a very tall, very buff Kit who's coming towards you, like pulling the rope.
He put a hat on his head.
No, I already had a hat on. You just can't see it because it matches. So I just.
Well,
Do you come up and you're like, hey, what's up?
No, I can't talk. I'm just like.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is a little weird. This is almost weirder than
yes.
than the werewolf thing.
I just like climb up and like they see my hands hit the railing, but that like left behind is these like deep gouge marks as I'm like crawling my way up to the ship.
Please don't wreck the woodwork.
You look really tall and huge.
Sylfie, doesn't Sylfie have an Arbiter tattoo on the back of her neck?
Yeah.
Soma would have noticed that. Okay. Anyway.
I could also have been wearing my hair down.
You could have.
I mean, I guess. Sorry, I shouldn't do that back to you because that doesn't make any sense. All right, so we're good. Great.
Bah.
Bah. Ha ba ba.
I'm so bummed.
You wanted him to go ape shit?
Yes.
I kind of did too, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, you can choose to refuse to fail.
That's
at
okay.
some point.
I don't think Kit would want to.
At some point, maybe.
Someday.
Just
All right.
see what you're capable of.
Well.
And then once I get up in front of them, like, what are you guys doing, I guess?
They're all staring at you. And Mia walks up and hugs your leg.
Oh, precious.
She's like, shut up and hug me.
Bah.
I kind of like this version of.
This, like, cookie monster version of Kit. Cookie.
Bark.
Bark.
Wait, with an accent. Bjork.
Buck.
Bok, bok, bok.
Buck. Yeah, I mean, so if you guys aren't gonna do anything, I'm gonna kind of like peel
Until
Mia.
you could hear them all over the park. Sorry.
I
cats.
am going to peel Mia off of me and like Velcro stick her to somebody else, maybe Bull.
Mia does not let go of you.
I like look to Bull and just like, ah,
He hugs you too.
ah,
You're not a bear.
bah,
Bah!
haba, haba gabawa.
Yeah, I definitely like this version of
Yeah,
Kit
I do.
And Clay's
Definitely.
like, aww.
He's adorable, isn't
He
he?
really is.
He's so cute.
Polymorph. I drop the werewolf form.
You shrink about a foot with your hat on, so you just become normal Kit.
I hate all of you.
We love you too, Kit.
Hey, aren't you glad you didn't like go crazy and kill all of us?
Not anymore.
I go to my room. My hammock. My
Love you
poly
too.
hammock.
Play your board games.
Yeah, play my board games.
I don't understand what this reference
I
is.
don't
It's-
either.
Literally every poly person I know, not fucking kidding, has a hammock and loves to play board games.
I don't have a hammock yet, but yes.
Yes. Because when you're dating a bunch of people, you need something you can all do together.
That's true.
Board games.
And lay in hammocks.
This cup is empty.
D&D.
That's true.
I go back to my room.
Yo hammock.
My hammock. I'm like, man, I wish I could have
Your
got
hammock
to-
and Parcheesi.
Yeah.
Man.
Man, I wish I could have got some, be able to stretch my legs and stuff.
Mia follows you.
Oh. What? What do you want?
I don't know, to like be your friend?
Can we, one step at a time?
We haven't even taken a step.
You have hugged me no less than 27,000 times.
I've hugged you twice.
That is just the number I said.
She climbs up into your hammock with you. She's like, just accept my love, shut up. And she like leans against you.
I will tie you to the mast and leave you
And
here.
I will kick your ass, dog boy.
Why?
Because
If you snore, I swear to God.
I do not.
How do you know you're asleep?
Because other people have told me I don't snore.
Don't believe them, they lie.
She like smacks your chest.
What? What? Jesus!
Shut
Oh
up.
my
I
God.
didn't hit you that hard, you weakling.
What? My
But yeah,
God.
she
Tiny
cuddles
little
up with
monk
you.
paws. It's like being kicked by a baby deer.
Do you want to feel what it actually feels like?
No.
Okay, shut up.
Okay, fine.
But yes. Everyone else, with the danger averted, turns in for the night, save for the night shift crew. Is there anything y'all want to do before you go to sleep?
No.
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 Sleepy.
All right. Well, since the aim was to end before 9, we will wrap it up there.
I cast banishment on Mia.
Jesus.
Like you could actually banish her.
I could try.
She's so much more badass.
I know.
But yeah. So, that was kind of an anticlimactic ending.
That's okay.
Hello.
It was cute, but it was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll fuck you
Kit
guys
has
up
another
next week.
friend. Oh god. Yeah, because
Yeah.
next week we're probably
Next
gonna-
week is going to be the emotional fucking boxing match. Hopefully. Oh, I'm so excited!
Ben, this was your episode to be nervous. Now this is my episode to be nervous.
Oh,
The
I
next
wasn't
one.
nervous. I was excited.
No, he was excited to
Well,
fuck
yeah.
things up. Because, well, there are one of two things that could have happened. One, Kit goes absolutely insane and gets himself killed.
Yeah. And
Or
then we get to meet
two-
my new character. I've already decided.
Or two, aside from any NPC deaths, he kills Sylfie and Alicia switches to Marin. Which
Ooh.
means Ben might have to introduce his new character anyway to fit with the story shift.
Uh-huh.
So let's hope we both die, that way we get new characters.
It's true. Maybe we should throw ourselves in the water before we get
No.
there.
Both of you look at each other, just be like, reset, throw yourselves in.
Yeah.
Down. New character. But anyway, thank you, those of you who join us for another episode of Atlaran Adventuring Company. I have been your Dungeon Master, Taiylor Wallace, and now it's time for the shameless plugging.
Yes.
As always, Alicia.
Alicia goes
talk
first.
to
I will
us-
be right
talk to
back.
About yourself while
Hello.
Ben runs away.
I apologize for any times that I may have disappeared this session. My dogs are being difficult. Yeah. One of them has a UTI and keeps crying, and I don't know what to do. Anyway, I write stuff. Perhaps you've heard of writing? It's a thing people do.
What do you write?
Books. A
What
book
are you specifically working on right now that's definitely related to this this
it's a
fucking
book
thing?
about playing D&D with your friends. It's
Which I'm
fun.
super excited about.
Everybody's really excited about, apparently.
Yes.
Yes, actually.
The whole High Noon Writers Club.
But in the meantime, while I'm working on that, you can find me at AM Kelley Writes on Twitter, or you can find my website, amkellywrites.com. I have a blog that I don't really update very much, but maybe I will this week. Who knows? Yeah, that's it. The end.
Ben.
All right. I am Ben Blake, whatever. I also write books.
You
I
guys are so full
I
of
know.
energy.
I am. You can find me at blakerwolfe.com. BLAKERWOLFE.com. And I have a new book coming out. It's here.
Yay, the physical copy.
I got my early copies.
Yay.
It's called Jonathan's Letter, so it's backwards on the stream, but yeah. So it's a yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, on the stream it is.
Yeah.
On Zoom it's not.
Oh well, that's nice. It is a solid 212 pages, which feels good to me. But I got these early, and the ebook is available for pre-order. It's coming out October 2nd, and the paperback copies will be available on that day as well. And
you got more stuff coming.
yeah, I just finished designing my book cover for the next novel I have coming out. That's going to be a fantasy novel. I'm about 45,000 words in, and I'm anticipating 70 to 80 to have it finished. And hoping for some stupid reason, for a December release date.
Yeah, definitely not set in stone, but
Not set in stone, but I think it's pretty doable. So we'll
I
see.
think you can do it. The question is whether or not I'll be able to keep up with you.
You'll be able to. You're always a fast editor.
Hey, that's a nice endorsement. Speaking
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
I am not only a dungeon master, though that is my primary occupation in my personal time. I am also a writer, nothing published yet except poetry here and there. Working on a witchy, supernatural stuff called Rosemary Hearth. I need to come up with a good pitch for it, which I've been actually making progress in this week, which is going to come to a complete halt because I just got a VR headset. So that's why I've been so amped this whole time, is because I'm like, yay D&D, but yay afterwards VR. I run Sonder Editing. I am the sole proprietor, and I edit Ben's books and hopefully more people as time goes on. Yeah. Got a few books under my belt now, so got some experience. But yes, I have sonderediting.com. All links to Twitters and stuff are below. And keep an eye out for actual Atlaran Adventuring Company VODs and podcasts to be posted every Wednesday. Follow the Twitter to keep up with that, Atlaran ADV Co. And I think that's the whole pitch.
I think so.
All right. Well,
Join us next week for our 10th episode.
yes.
And for a
For some
10th
emotional
episode.
fucking torture.
Uh-huh.
Like, as much as you think you're anxious about it, I'm anxious about it because I'm into this story.
I am too. I love this.
I am too, like, clearly, like, every
Yeah.
time.
Every time I say the name Marin, you're like, what? Yeah. So excited. I'm excited for you guys to meet Silas.
Oh god.
I feel like I'm gonna fall in love with him by accident.
I feel like I'm going to kill him on purpose.
There's so many wrenches coming. So
Oh, I'm
excited.
sure.
So many wrenches.
Nothing is ever as expected or planned with your
No, I do not
storytelling.
do the black and white, good and evil. I do fuck 50 Shades of Grey, 1,000 Shades of Grey on the moral spectrum.
Yeah.
Because fucking that's realistic. But
That's
anyway,
my favorite type of storytelling.
yes.
Yeah.
I love anti-hero campaigns,
Mhm.
including anti-villain campaigns.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway, we
All
will
right.
see y'all next week. 5 o'clock sharp, unless something horrible happens. But you know.
Hope not.
No, my internet's fixed now, so we should
Yay.
be good. Didn't have a single stutter
Yeah.
the whole stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Okay.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.